Hello and welcome to our 75th episode of our Adventures in Excordia campaign. I'm your GM Connor, coming to you live and in color from his new place after a long hiatus. Playing with us tonight, Karen, played by Pyro.
Crimson Flame.
And Dario, played by Norman.
Huh? What?
Silver, played by Tristan.
Yeah, give it a minute. Zankiri will break Connor today.
I don't doubt it. Katira, formerly played by Liv.
Chocolate! They're selling chocolate!
Morgana, played by Shane.
Lit.
Start the lawnmower.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost consciously skipped Shane to continue the bit, and then I fucked up and actually read his name when I was gonna. And
No.
Zankiri, played by Fergus.
You guys would not believe the weekend I just had.
So we pick up as you all have made your way back to back to Moonwatch and back to Fort Nix, where you all had found everything seemed to have been restored to the way it was. As Connor opens up the watch together because he hasn't done this in 7 years.
It's been 83 years.
Oh,
As you
look,
all-
it even put Katir.
Oh, there he goes. Who-
Into the void.
Let's
Timer's closed.
see.
He's gone.
Woe be to whatever creature just took Fergus away from D&D. They won't last long.
I said,
See?
what was it I just said?
You said something about
about
Katira can
Katira.
finally...
Look, it even put Katira back in a coma.
As we pick
Oh,
up
shit.
where, as everyone is gathered at the courtyard, as you all had pulled Katira out of her room in case some sort of environmental effect was harming her. Karen, can you give me a medicine check as you see her limp body on the ground? That is assuming Karen would like to examine her for what might be wrong.
Nah,
Or you can
too
just
easy.
clap the dust off his hands and call it a
Mhm.
night. Your call. Your character, of course. That's death, all right. She's cold, clammy. You open her
Wow.
eyelids and they stay open and close
What?
them.
What happened to him?
Seems like
She
the
died.
tear caught a case of death. Yep, she died of death.
How?
Cause of death! Dying.
With 12, all you get is like, yeah, she seems dead by every means you can.
That's not a mark on her.
I mean, besides the usual ones of like scars and shit. Your professional medical opinion must be like some underlying disease, maybe? Took her out?
It's SIDS.
Don't worry, we have an expert second opinion on hand.
It's SEDS, sudden elf death syndrome.
Nice.
There it is!
Oh no!
I knew you could improve on it, thank you.
Morgana, with your expert opinion, she can't be dead. There's no blood spewing from her orifices. That's how things die when you interact with them.
Poke, poke,
All
poke,
the
poke.
life juice is
I mean,
still in her. She's
I mean,
gotta still be
if
dead.
Morgana smacks her, there might be some blood pouring from her orifices.
As a proficient administrator of death,
You put on your
might I
gloves
see
and
the
examine.
might I see the method by which she
You
was
see,
manufactured into a corpse?
Sure, roll me a medicine check.
well,
Manufactured into a corpse, I love.
as personal opinion, as doctor, he's dead. After death doctor, what do you think?
Zankiri, it's interesting that you make this check. Because to the normal eye, people can tell she's not alive. You, however, are a master of death. And you can tell she's not dead. You've seen too many corpses to have one unrecognizable to you. You can't really speak to if she's alive, but she's definitely not dead.
Your
Maybe
friend
she's something
here-
in between.
I know what's wrong with it. There's no gas in it.
Zankiri will kneel down next to her, just kind of, as he's examining her, putting his fingers, checking her pulse. Just kind of looks down at her, just backhands her right across the face.
Tira, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Absolutely, I can. I'm
What are you
proficient
bringing,
in
man?
everything now.
Rather violent.
23.
You can see the dent in your cheek.
Would you like to maintain your meditative state or fall out of it?
I
After
mean,
getting bitch slapped.
is there
all you
still
know-
more I need to do in my meditative state?
In your current state, you feel your oneness with the universe. Your soul and ki have connected to every living thing in a chain reaction. You feel the oneness of the universe flowing through you, absent of perception in your body. And then you feel a sharp stinging on your celestial face that jars your focus for a moment. I think that would give you enough pause to wonder if something has happened to your physical
Yeah,
body.
I want to figure out what that is.
You focus and you all watch as a dead corpse suddenly aspirates its first breath and draws Kastira's soul back into it as she completes her Shade Archive meditation to acquire a diamond soul.
Like Aang's body going back from the Avatar state.
Correct.
Defibrillators hanging above you.
Zankiri just looks at Morgana in care and just goes, "Amateurs."
Yes. It becomes apparent to you all from the situation that it is some sort of Shade Archive and monk overlap, that she was in a deep meditation, undifferentiable from death, where she was having some out-of-body experience.
Can I help you?
No.
Just
You could
making
slap him back.
Why?
You seemed dead again.
Well, for all intents and purposes, you were kind of dead,
Tyr, give me a perception check real
but not
quick,
really.
as you're coming back
Ooh.
into your body the first time with his diamond soul.
29.
So as I mentioned before, this meditation was similar to an altered form of an astral projection. You were extending what you considered yourself to be a part of your environment. And you connected your ki, your life force, to the keys of everything around you. Standing here by your friends, you feel the best description I can give you is the unique flavor of their ki.
This is about to be very bad.
Cover all 9,000 taste buds.
The scent, the taste, they're very tactile senses as you interpret them, though you know that they are ethereal signals. You feel Morgana has a strange metallic and oaky taste and smell. Silver has a surprisingly sweet with a bit of a salty side, almost like a salted caramel ice cream.
Yeah, that tracks.
Cairns,
sweet and salty.
yeah.
Karen's tastes like iron.
Yep, Karen's is very iron and metallic, with a underscore of a nutty flavor, like smelling an old
Yeah.
person eating buttered pecans or butterscotch.
The butterscotch. The hard butterscotch candies.
Yes.
Like
With a faint
Like,
undertone of
a
bear.
butterscotch candy with a split lip.
And Dariel's is unmistakably sour. Maybe an after effect of her time spent around that corrupting red crystal in her youth. Perhaps entirely her personality. And then...
But it's like it's a good kind of sour though. It's that kind of sour where you're like, ooh,
It's like a warhead.
like warhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an acquired taste. Not all would enjoy it, but you do. And then there's Zankiri, who,
This is what I'm very concerned for.
in perceiving... The funny thing is, the key you're perceiving is a being's life force. You suddenly feel a headache coming on as you suddenly taste the sensation of a negative taste.
It's Mike's Harder Cranberry with the cucumber lime Gatorade.
Sure. It is.
I'll have to find that post because it is.
You taste an immediate anathema to everything else you connected to, and you realize you probably were in some way approaching the positive energy plane and connecting to it, and you have now touched the face of something antithetical to existence, harbored inside your wizard. AKA,
Well.
your wizard.
Harbored inside the monk the wizard is harbored inside of.
Does anybody disagree with the flavors I've assigned them?
Not entirely.
I was just expecting Zonkiri to taste like rotting meat.
Just fuck you.
He tastes like less than nothing.
He tastes like you were tasting a sensation and it was suddenly
It
stripped.
tastes like you got tasted.
Oh,
Tastes like
uncomfortable. But you kind of right yourself and focus, Katira, and you're aware of your connection to the universe, and you are ready at a moment's notice to draw on it. Use your connection to everything to give you proficiency in all your saves, but maintain your oneness of form. So, weirdos. What are some things you'd like updates on since you've been away? Around the fort, I will say there are very minimal differences. Stop me at any point if you all have something burning. I'm just going to kind of be running down a list. Around the fort, things are mostly the same. Some minor decorations, some new, freshly potted plants, seemingly put in by Catherine. You're going to check on who? Oh, right. Adoptive father. I was like, curious? I was actually just talking about Catherine. As you see, that she has potted some plants and has tried to find something to keep busy. You see that someone, you presume the resident ranger, has built a little shed for Beatrice and Clyde, as well as what looks to be like a tiny hen house, like extremely tiny, like might only hold like a chicken, which is catching most of your eyes. Is peculiar. You would find Catherine. Roll me a d4. Actually, Midoriya. Let's see where she's at this very moment where you all check in. 3? Okay. You find her with her door open in her room. One of these spare rooms you all had, I believe, you gave to her, right? Rather than have her just
I'm
bunk
sure
with
we've
you.
got extra rooms.
You do. You have like 1, 2, 3, 6 more empty ones. So
There we go.
sorry, 7, counting the one across from Zonkiri. But
Nobody wants that one.
the only person who took the one next to him was his manservant. So and Katira.
Yeah.
But which would have been an incredibly funny thing if Zonkiri had failed. I could have been like, well, you know, just next to Zonkiri's room. Inevitable.
This radiation poisoning.
But Catherine, you find, reading in her room quietly. You see that she has gotten a couple knickknacks and things from town to try and decorate her place, so it still seems very sparse. Very much all new furniture things. It lacks the personality which you would normally see in like an established home. You, being her daughter, I'll say you gather that she doesn't quite feel all the way at home here, but she's not upset. She's just content at the moment.
New house, who dis?
Basically. She liked living alone and having her own place, but she also knows that the old place is like irradiated with cancer rocks. She
Yeah,
will
that's
immediately drop her a book and give you a hug, sit you on the bed next to her. And did you want to? She asked you about what adventure you all came back on. Do you tell her the full details of what you all did, or Do you spare some
God,
details?
no.
What do you tell her when she asks, where are y'all coming back from?
How long were we gone from the castle?
From Ural's perspective,
30 minutes.
about a day or so. One to 3 days. I forget the specifics of what I told you all, but
We got what we needed. Got a little sidetracked, but we're back.
I have a box.
I would like you to give me a deception check to
Katira will remember this.
to
To lie
keep,
to her mother.
yes, to keep your mother from being able to say, that sounds like you're hiding something.
That sounds like bullshit.
Okay.
The mother can tell.
Apparently. Jeez.
Very easily. Jesus.
You
Smoke.
feel a glaring pressure enforcing eye look at you. Alright, well, I'm glad you got your thing and got back.
Alright, keep your secret.
She very clearly has that passive-aggressive tone that she wants you to know she knows you're not telling the whole truth. She's just gonna try and, like, guilt you into confessing.
Yeah. Give her a little kiss on the cheek and leave the room.
Her
She grew
eyebrows
up,
are...
you know, Abther. She grew up with Abther. She knows passive aggressive. She can deal with it.
Yep. Speaking of Abther, you wanted to check in on him as well?
Yep.
You have sending and using your book, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Alright. Do you want to start typing out the message, or do you have one ready?
No, do not have one ready.
I know it's unlimited uses, but...
Yeah.
I feel like her mom is kind of like really dark chocolate.
I think it's fair. Of the common thread of anybody associated with Indariel is something that only a select few enjoy the taste of.
Not even that, but just that she's kind of starting to mellow out after all of the irradiation.
I thought you meant what she looked like.
Did she?
That'd be interesting since Indariel's alabaster white.
I know. So I got really confused.
It should
Side
have
effect
art.
of cancer
I can't
rocks.
remember.
Albinism. You can also just say the message if you want out loud, Norvin, since it is unlimited.
Oh, just checking on you, miss you, love you. Back from a trip through time and reality. We'll fill you in on it more later.
The response comes a little later. Glad to hear things are going well. We'll catch up soon. And then he has sent you the mental image of a thumbs up emoji that appears in your book.
All right.
And you wonder how somebody could think a shape
A
like
thumbs
that,
up.
and then, you know, I guess it's not that
Can
hard.
do the
but
command prompt.
I mean, word text images.
wizard privilege.
Privilege.
Check it, covering the bases with the other NPCs in the base.
How Yaxum doing?
Yexum is doing great, actually. You see that he has like a very organized office now, and he has like all your all's paperwork, and is actually grown into his like house steward role like really well, and has taken a strong strong affinity to it. As you see, he has like a little like to-do board. He's got like letters addressed to you all that he has opened on your behalf, and some that he's responded. If you would like to investigate that pile, you can tell that it's mostly just fluff that you would not have cared about. People asking for money, or attempting to lure you out, or invite you to galas, or this, that, and has basically tried to minimize the creepy nobles on the hill image you all have, while still being like, we're not humoring you. We're we're not neighbors.
Okay.
Just
Quick
nearby.
question.
So that-
When you say lure out, you mean like for a fight?
There are people who want to who are nosy and they want to invite you to this fundraising dinner or this community
They're
event.
trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
I thought someone was hitting me up for Fight Club. I was like, get me the fuck signed up right now.
Morgana is our rep.
Zankiri picks up one of them. To the weirdos of tusks and horns, a can Morgana / what the hell is this?
The fuck?
Slash fiction!
You all cut quite a figure as you walk into town. There were many stories surrounding you all. I had thought if the warlock caught wind of something like this that we may be down a party member or two.
So just curious, is Fort Nick still airborne?
Yep. You all are still...
Okay.
A soaring.
Yep.
Through the air.
It's like, here's you pick it up, he's like, there's actually an obscene amount of slash fiction. You've used it as kindling.
That does
Why?
surprise me.
I suppose it has something to do with an overlap of wizards and people who like to write and read in this area, and the mystery surrounding you all kind of has bred a
Who wrote
pun
that?
intended.
What
Yep.
is slash
Who wrote
fiction?
that?
Their screen name.
No,
Don't worry about it, hon.
No, none of that.
But we're
Exactly.
curious.
A very tame and simple explanation.
It's pornography.
It's a story.
Not necessarily.
Ask
Morgana, do you know what pornography is? As and Dariel tells you, it's
Flash just
pornography, hun.
means relationship fiction, but yeah.
And Dariel says it's pornography, hun. Does Morgana know what pornography is?
Morgana just looks at her and nods, and not a thought behind those eyes.
Oh, orange cat vibes.
You see that Yexum has just little stuff of grocery shopping, but not anything really serious. He seems to keep enough food on hand, mainly to just feed him and the other people here. Occasionally, he has a side job if he needed to get out of Fort Nix for a minute, and just keeps the place stocked and maintained. The robots that work as landscapers seem to have he's picked up a little bit on maintaining them for simple troubleshooting problems, something stuck in the gears or etc., but has in no way any skill in repairing complex damage like severed arms or etc. Yes, Morgana. With your 12.
She's trying to grab one.
He does not want to make eye contact with you. He's not going to stop any of you if you all want to take any of these letters. Well, unless you're disrupt the system.
Names and
They have
locations.
pseudonyms.
I want their-
And Daryl would like to see
What's their
select
AO3
any
handle?
of them of any of her and Morgana.
Roll me a d20.
Were they shipping
Now is this
anyway?
this needs to be disposed of, or is this maybe there's some good material in here?
I want to know who everybody's getting shipped with.
Flame strike.
And Ariel is
Destroy it all.
outsourcing.
No.
So, there's a very odd... Surprisingly, there's a very limited amount of smut between you and Morgana. It bothers you that the biggest person that you have things written about with you is Cairn.
Why me? Why am I'm just a
Because
guy.
big orc man, small tiefling girl,
No.
people.
No,
have
it's
problems.
enemies to lovers!
No
you do
way,
find
dog.
one that you think refers to you. The title is The Golem and the Geisha. For whatever reason, this rendition, it has
Geisha.
entirely changed your aesthetic to this long, flowing, feminine figure. Morgana's about the same, but
golem?
yes, they did.
That's fucking rancid. I love it.
Morgana sees the title and immediately pouts.
Ironic, considering the acronym for that title would be GAG.
Wow.
I'm dead.
So have you guys ever seen a kid do the heebie-jeebie shake?
Yes.
Yeah.
Done the
Once she realizes it's mostly her and Karen, she's gonna do the heebie-jeebie shake and just go burn it all.
I have to know. I have to know. I want to make a list of like a mathematical graph
You lose.
of like who
I don't
is
know
with
why.
who and how many
I'm just
times.
thinking of the heresy scene from Talk to Speech, the Emperor.
I have to take it. I have to do my research. I want to make a graph. I want to know how many of each pairing there is.
You would like the crate of letters for research?
Yes.
Because it is like a milk crate
Dang it.
full of like.
Yes, I
letters.
would.
Silver, I got you.
Okay. Duly noted. Karen, as you
There's
were
like
looking
a
on to
little
discuss,
voice in the back of
So-
her head. It's just like,
now hang on.
please.
Karen, will now use his spiritual weapon. It's now this.
paper shredder. Jump to present.
There you go.
I summon
The
Prohibition
Excordia.
Hammer. Karen, as you are looking on in disgust of this, you have someone look at you and go, if you really would like to get to the bottom of it, I would examine the Bard's College in town.
I just pick
Karen-
up the crate and
Karen's-
go to my room.
I'd go myself, but the last time I went, they sent me about 20 involving me.
Karen's eyes are glowing orange. He's going, make chaos take the world, make chaos take the world. He's about to walk out that door.
There's a lot of bored ass
Ugh.
wizards out here. They're supposed to be going through war right now, dog.
A lot of these, I think, are Bard college students attempting to prank the shut-ins by sending increasingly raunchy stories to mess with us.
My rebuttal.
Time to
Fire.
visit.
Karen, you remember this is the same place that meeting you went to. It's that same building. Your little your little crusading cult meeting where you almost died.
There's a spell called Meteor, right?
Meteor Swarm?
Yeah,
Yeah. What level is that
I-
spell?
Ninth.
9.
I
Fuck.
Connor, I know that. I have
Needed
an
it
office
to be
there, remember?
7th.
Yeah, I do. You
Yeah,
also know
I have an office.
You also know one of the clerics who works there. Nice.
All right, I'm going. Yeah, matter of fact, isn't that the same cleric who I gave her leg back?
Correct.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take
to
it
say-
back from you.
I'm going to consider sending. Don't recall her name. Just
I'm coming.
I'm revoking your leg
Gone.
privileges.
Strange. Usually I'm the one in
access
charge
to
of
leg with the knife.
Usually I'm the one in charge of repossession.
Mm-hmm. Gone a day, and there's so much about us. That's all.
Okay.
Morgana reads the first page of the first one she picks up, and she has no idea what's going on, so she just drops it.
Roll me a d20. I want to see which one you pick up.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Not even a 2. That's
You pick up a polycule piece where you are all subservience to Zunkiri and get into various devious and extreme acts behind closed doors.
You know, if we weren't talking about fucking, that would be exactly what our party is.
Definitely a dead death do not eat.
Yeah.
As you look at the second page, you see the word centipede, and some part of your programming causes you to shut the page without reading further.
Oh my
Not-
god!
that paper's gone.
No, hold on.
No.
The writer's name
Your
needs to be
ass,
recorded. What
You've like taken one off the top of the box that
No!
she's walking to her room and she just pauses. And lets you take it, and then you put it back
Let's
and she
not
just
give
keeps going to her
Zonkiri
room.
any fuel to do torture to us.
Don't you?
Imagine
Before you
Zunkiri
go
casting dreams.
Before you go blending that one, we
Surely
need the
already has
author's
plans
name.
to
We need someone
torture us, so-
to purge.
We have a. That's all I need.
Would you
You're
like to
all
know the
guilty.
pen name they wrote it under?
Yes.
Yes.
One Mr. Salacious Queef.
Bruh. Off he goes.
If you hear a Salacious Queef out in Moonwatch, you got him.
Okay, so I have limited wish, so I have access to a lot of spells.
Divine intervention. Destroy all writer.
No, I have
Is
them.
there
They're
a way?
going back
Is there a
to my
spell
room.
that would
I
help
will
me
compile my
identify Salacious Queef?
I mean, technically,
Scrying.
they're scrying. I'd say it would count as one of their possessions.
Legend lore.
Can I legend lore
I'm not-
Salacious Queef?
No.
Oh, legend lore!
They are not
Tell
of
me.
legendary import. I will bend a lot on legend lore. But Salacious
Okay,
Queef
I
is
am-
not of legendary import.
I am
He
going to
is
use that,
now!
and I am going to scry on Salacious Queef. Here's my 1d4 to know how long I can't use the spell again. Okay,
I
2
fucking
days.
love this game.
That mimics 5th level or lower, right?
What?
Oh.
Limited Wish is 5th or lower, right?
7th or lower.
7th or lower? Are you?
No.
No.
That does not sound right.
Oh, 6th or lower.
Okay. So yeah, scrying still counts. Alright, so you know what you have. Okay, so there's that. You have a possession. Okay.
I think it's a total of a +1 in the writer's favor.
I'm looking at teleport because I think I might give him a little more bonus based on when you teleport to a false location. You have a harder time. Do you have a fake name?
I'm not teleporting, I'm scrying.
I know. I just might add an extra 1 or 2 to their save. 'Cause
But it is a name that he claims.
you don't know if this is a consistent one or if it's them sitting around in a circle like, what should I write as the author for this one, guys? I'll give them a total. I'll give an extra +1, so they have a total of +2 to their save, in addition to whatever they have.
He knows who this is already. He knows exactly who wrote this. He knows exactly who Salacious Queef is. He came in
What?
here prepared.
Watch it. Watch the scrying orb just appear in the room with us.
Imagine if it does appear right
Looks at
behind
the Minotaur.
Yexum.
It's that rat.
Fucking Yaxum. Just turn at Yaxum.
He would just kneel down to an executioner's block and be like, all right, go ahead.
I grant you a quick death.
Uh,
Light.
Go ahead and
I don't.
Hollow purple.
let me just go ahead and show you all what I rolled.
Oh, nice. Okay, so who is it?
Where shall
So-
my scythe be pointed?
And Dario, you cast your limited wish, burning your 1d4 days to find Salacious Queef.
Worth it.
Your vision carries on the wind as you drift towards Moonwatch. I'm gonna go ahead and move you all over to the Moonwatch map.
He's big Crowbeak. If it's Crowbeak.
This is peak
If
D&D,
it's-
isn't it?
Honestly,
No,
is-
Crowbeak left Moonwatch, didn't she?
No, she's
Yes.
no, you're,
Yeah.
yeah. Crowbeak left, yes.
Oh yeah.
what if it's that fucking guy? What if it's that fucking guy? That religious guy.
My twist.
Oh. Huh? Huh?
Your vision
I'm all
flows.
ears.
Your vision flows towards Moonwatch, ebbing and flowing through the streets, seeking the target of your wish. You see it swirl through the Adventurers Guild, Starsail Arcantorium, through each building before finding the abandoned building of one Crowbeak. Flowing through the doors, you see in the Feywild drift. Or... No, we can't go across planes, can it?
No.
You see an assistant cleaning and maintaining the property for Crowbeak, seemingly squatting and living in her old building, with a quill, a desk, and a look as though he has not showered in many days.
God damn, Queef.
You see that he is wearing a tunic emblemed with the Bard's College symbol on his chest. He is a sort of dumpy-looking human male, greasy hair, 5'6", dark hair, pimply. About as what you would imagine a basement dweller as, but
Got a My Little Unicorn t-shirt on.
There's
My
a
Little
jar
Kelp-
on
My Little
the
Kelpie.
side. It's kind of murky looking.
Yeah.
it's just
It's on the water heater.
He's in Crowbeak's old
oh.
house.
Yeah, her old business. I mean, she still
Shop.
technically owns it. He's just there, like, sweeping up and seemingly found that nobody was there, so he just kind of
Okay.
took up residence.
And Daryl's taking a trip to Moonwatch.
Do you tell anybody about
Karen's
this vision?
kid's coming.
No, she just walks to the thing and then leaves.
Well, time to
No,
hear
just to make it fair.
music.
I'm gonna use this opportunity to go compile my chart in my room.
Insight. I mean, deception. I mean, she's not really trying to hide. She just isn't telling anyone.
Let me say this, Norvin. Deception or acrobatics to either hustle it to the platform or just play it off.
I'm just trying to intuit. All right. She must be doing something. All right. I guess. Did anything come from that sending?
I've already forgotten what you said. I'm not gonna lie. I got caught up in the Salacious Queef anthology and was in one ear out the
Never
other.
mind. Hang on. Sounds
Wow, at least
Never
it's going to
mind.
end
I'll
soon.
Hello. Sandwich. Where you going? Walmart. Get some meat. Probably not to Walmart. Huh? No.
Daryl, you run up. You go on the platform and
Yeah.
transport yourself over to Moonwatch.
With the Shield Guardians coming with me.
With the Shield Guardian, amazing. Any spell you wanted to have stored in it? Extra.
Same spell as always.
Okay.
It's greater invisibility.
All right. And then the last NPC that I wanted to update you all on, Vaflin seems to have made some adjustments to his door, as you see it inscribed with a bunch of archaeomantic runes, and the door is shut with. It almost looks like a freezer door, like one of those industrial freezers at restaurants, but with a lot of locks and bolts from the outside, almost like it's containing something awful. Would somebody like to try and open the doors? They don't seem to be locked. Just
Can you bring us back to Moonwatch map?
yeah.
Or Nick's
Nick's.
map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has a whole bunch of like sliding locks and stuff on this side of the door.
Okay.
You can easily unlock them from here. It just looks like his door is backwards and reinforced for some reason. Or you can.
I want to, like, what I'm planning on doing would be hilarious, but I'm not sure how to justify it in any sort of way.
Go on.
I'm there.
You see, he's got a nice reinforced door. The room next to him is a little empty, though.
Would you like to chisel through the wall?
Morgana is just kind of like walking through the hallway, see the like everyone's regular door, and then just super uber reinforced door, and just kind of and walk into the neighboring room next to it, just see regular wall. Look back out the hallway, look at the door, see regular wall. Arm opens up.
Should I try and bust through the wall?
She's just gonna chainsaw a hole in the wall.
Give me an athletics check to try and break the wall.
Fun fact, because of how American construction is and how drug dealers typically try to hide their activities, a lot of them will reinforce their doors and the door frame, but they won't reinforce the mostly plaster walls around it. So if you just measure out about 1.5 feet outside their door and then angle it right, you can usually shoot somebody standing behind the door.
Mm-hmm.
It's just drywall and plaster.
So Morgana with a 24, you chainsaw through and your hand goes through to the other side and you pull a brick or two and you see a large spiral staircase descending down and down into the dark. No window as you would expect or bed, just spiral staircase leading down.
Morgana will take a step back and then peek out the window of the room she's currently in. Look at the ground right next to her.
Correct.
Well, walk out of that room straight across and knock on Zankiri's door.
There's a knock at the door.
Zankiri opens it. You can see past him. He's got a pair of skeletons that are helping him hang a mirror up in his room. What?
The U mirror?
Yes.
Amazing.
Told you I wanted to talk to it.
Alright.
What? What do you want?
The Archaeomancer wizard seems to have burrowed into the fort.
When did Dat become an Archaeomancer?
And then she will just kind of like lead and point into the other room, into the hole.
Zankiri will step out. He'll look down the spiral staircase. Does it seem to go further than the rock does?
Yes. You hear an echo through the chamber that seems much deeper than your island should be.
Huh. Weird.
And restating what I said before, the door is reinforced with locks on this side. As in, whatever would be in the spiral staircase room would have difficulty getting into your all's hallway. From the hallway into there, you just unlatch.
Oh, it's supposed to have something not come out, not stopping people from coming in.
Seemingly.
Zankiri will just kind of send Varshi down and see what she sees.
You see Varshi go down the spiral staircase, and eventually you lose telepathic connection with her as she rounds one corner.
Yeah, he'll just recall her.
She did not notice any difference, just staircase came down to a landing, a little hallway, and then you all were out of connection.
So that's at least 300 feet, right?
She knows it wasn't 300 feet.
Oh, 100. Okay.
She knows it wasn't 100 feet. It wasn't that far. It was just that she rounded the corner, then sudden disconnect.
Oh, so she cut out before the 100-foot range.
Correct.
Oh. And I guess I'd say we need to get out of here. Zankiri just usher everyone out and start throwing the locks back on the door. Just going to lock that back up.
Not forgetting there's a hole in the wall.
Huh?
Morgana will grab nearby anything and just stuff it in the hole. Just
You put the brick mostly in there, and it doesn't quite fit. And then you punch it with all your might, and it kind of crumbles into gravel and fills the hole. Did nobody want to go down the
Right.
staircase themselves?
What's going on? I just got back.
Pretty sure that
There's a staircase down, and that goes beyond our floating island.
goes beyond our plane.
Yep.
Do we know anything else about it?
Probably that it goes to Donita.
Why?
That's where his
There's
tower
something
is.
linking that fuck ass place to here.
That's where his tower is, isn't it?
It is.
We're pretty sure it's Dilmeter,
No, we're 100% certain that his tower is on Dilneater.
but like we're pretty sure that the stairs.
Oh no, that's just Dunkirk 100% guessing based on who it is that did this and the fact that it goes to a different plane.
All right, well that's my house anyway. I'll just go down the stairs and take a peek. Poke my head through.
Here you walk down the stairs. You're calling up to everybody that it seems normal, it's just a normal staircase, and you all hear the echoing suddenly stop. Here you round the third turn. You find yourself walking down a hallway. It seems to elongate and compress as you step out. It seemed impossibly long at first. As soon as you take that first step, you almost fall forward, and suddenly you're across the threshold at the other end.
Yeah, this feels like home.
You see a lot of burning white, almost like phosphorus torches around that feel very purifying. You walk down the hallway and look out and see a window into the wastes of Dilneater, and then you see a in-progress restoration of Voflin's tower.
Hello?
Ah! You hear the sound of something being dropped and broken. Did
Well,
no one
why
ever
would
tell
you
you
do-
to knock? Step.
Knock
Yeah.
on what? There was no door.
The door, a wall, anything.
I mean, I walked with my feet.
You see him walking down.
You are the one connected to our tower.
But yeah, you didn't knock on that door, did you?
There was no door, it was stairs.
There was a door in the hallway. You tell me you opened the door with locks on it without knocking.
Was there a door with locks on it?
Yes. That's what
yes.
drew their interest to this. There was a door locked from the wrong side.
Did we knock?
Nope.
No.
I mean, we knocked in a way
You
where...
knocked down the wall.
Morgana fucking punched a hole through the wall, but not knocking the
I mean,
door.
Morgana knocked.
Morgana recognized his right to privacy and her position as one of the owners of this house and came in anyway.
You're coming in anyway.
Yeah.
I put an
She saw
enchantment
the
on the
super
door.
complicated magical coded door and said, "Nah."
If you knock on the door, I
Let
put an
it
enchantment on there. There's a bell I have linked to it. You just knock, and it rings, and I can let you in, or know that somebody's coming.
I mean, Morgana did knock.
Not on the door.
Where's-
What do you mean she knocked? What did she knock on?
She knocked. The brick.
She knocked on the wall next to the door.
There was a brick. She knocked it.
She broke my wall.
No?
Okay, well,
The way he said that is just pleasing.
I'm gonna go
I'm
back
sitting
to.
there going, I was AFK. I don't know where exactly the wall was. Liv is imagining the wall was in our fort. So I'm going, no, she broke our wall.
It's incredibly funny. The Katir's just like, I don't know, man. I just came to see where it went.
I'm just here. They said that it was probably going to Dilneater. That's where I'm from. I'm the only person that doesn't hate it here other than you. So I said I would
Oh.
come down here and check it out and make sure.
No, I hate it here. I just have my shit here.
Wait. Hold
Get
on.
fucked then.
Dunkirk has. I don't think Dunkirk has ever said he hates Dilneater itself. He just hates the people here. An eternal land of gloom and deadly fog.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I have it reinforced on the other side so none of the stray creep gets into your all's fort.
Good.
You did close the door
that-
behind you, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of the purifying flames lit around. I'm just restoring my tower one piece at a time.
Interesting.
You know, something just occurred to me.
Well, I'll tell them that that's all that is. They don't have to be worried. I'll tell them about the
What occurred?
bell knocking.
Based on Vofflin opening this portal, I don't think he would have been one to wear a mask.
No.
No.
No, he would not. He is like from the prime age of archaeomancies where they said, well, as long as it doesn't kill me immediately, I'm sure it's fine. As long as it doesn't
Come
immediately
on,
kill me.
radiant water is great for your skin.
Yeah. And Daryl, you get to town. You make your way over to Crowbeak's building. How would you like to enter? So, little rewind in time as you were away in Daryl. And you can come back and look at the hole in the wall later.
My
Oh.
wall.
Do you want to just have done that off screen?
You're muted, probably.
Norman.
I am muted.
Did you
No,
want to do
it's
that?
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
He will. She will walk in behind the shield guardian after he kicks in the door.
You kick in the door and you hear somebody fall out of their chair, scrambling. Yeah, intruder!
She will cast the spell, point at him. The shield guardian will walk over, grab him, and then toss him through. And then she will close the portal.
So you start to spend your minute of
No!
casting the teleportation circle.
Yeah.
This guy is easy to grab by the shield guardian and held aloft over the circle as you finish it. Is there anything you want to say before the shield guardian slam
Like a middle
dunks him through?
Holding a nerd over a toilet.
Rethink your writing habits.
Mercy! Mercy! Swoom. The portal ignites. Shield guardian dunks him.
If you sent him to Cancerville,
No.
That would have been funny.
Send him to Abster.
No.
did you send him to outer space?
No. I don't have a teleportation circle for space.
Oh, yours and that. I thought you were just teleporting his somewhere.
Wild or something.
The doctor's lab.
You know, the like underground prison you all have.
Oh,
I will imprison dissonance.
Your Guantanamo
Wow.
Bay. Yeah, he's now in there. And as with your agreement with Mina, if somebody shows up in this portal, other than you all, she is to immediately imprison them until further instructions are received. And so this kid is manacled, taken to a solitary cell, and it's something small enough to contain just him, shackled to the wall, and the door is shut behind him, leaving him in complete darkness to think about what he's done.
I feel like she wouldn't even say anything.
No, she says nothing at first. As he starts to like bellyache and scream, she just goes, "Shh."
just hits him with the lich.
Fall. She definitely just shushes him, and then if he continues to scream, just drops a silence, throws him in the cage, and closes the door.
Yeah.
And then she goes on continuing her job of maintaining the place. And thus Salacious Queef was no more.
So sad. Rest
I'm-
in peace, Salacious Queef.
I'd hate to see what the walls of the inside of that cell are going to look like in 6 months.
No blacklights.
Have
Absolutely
you ever read
none.
word about the Marquis de Sade?
No.
Yeah.
Daryl will try to make a reminder to herself in 6 months to go get him.
Do you have Mina in your book to send descending to her?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I can check. I doubt it.
You know what, Norvin? Here you go. Yeah. Here's your badge for joining the club of fucked up shit people do here. Here's your honey
Hey,
badge.
I didn't kill him using ants.
You're putting a fucking fanfic writer in Guantanamo Bay. Shut the fuck up.
He's gonna be fed. He'll be
oh,
kept
no,
alive.
I do
Don't
have
help.
Mina in my book.
Don't
Nice.
help him.
Nice. He is going to be fed like 1 meal a day, and he has a bucket in the corner, and will be kept in complete darkness for 6 months.
Okay.
He's gonna be kept
So,
Mina
alive.
will get a message from Andariel. Just sent you a prisoner. Keep him 6 months. Make sure he survives. Send him home.
A response. Should he be kept in any quality to live the rest of
No.
his life? You say no?
No. What was she asking?
She's asking, what quality of life should he have when I'm done with him?
Back to normal. Just he needs to learn his lesson. He
Understood.
knows why he's in there.
Understood.
Bruh.
She now knows that she... Because before, she could just malnourish him and cause him to live with lifelong deformities. And then you're like, he has to be back to normal. Like, okay, I'll feed him a little more. He gets moved to a cell with some light, so he doesn't go completely insane.
Am I right in saying that he knows why he's in there?
She doesn't question you why. You say, he knows why he's in there. You said nothing to this kid. You broke in, picked him up, and sent him to Guantanamo Bay.
So you
He
said,
sees who I am.
He knows who
rethink their writing habits.
Yeah.
If you
The
on a
bench
random
stands.
Tuesday were sitting in your house, somebody broke in the span of a minute, grabbed you with a large robot, held you over a portal and said, rethink your writing habits, and then you ended up in Guantanamo Bay.
Was I writing smut about a specific people who happened to be one of those people?
That will come to him during his 6 months of penance.
He'd think about it eventually.
It's a good thing we're essentially nobles, because that's some
I
fucked up
do have to
shit.
consider, with all that free time on his hand, does he draft a second volume?
I told you I don't want to see what the inside of those walls look like.
Karn,
Doubles down.
or Pyro, have I
Somebody.
ever said that Andariel is anything other than evil?
Again, the badge stands. Here you go. Enjoy it. Cherish it.
So,
She didn't kill him.
Oh,
And
is
she
that the
could've.
line?
Okay,
Is that
She
the line?
really could have. Just very easily had
Be
the shield
careful.
guardian walk up to him, punch him in the head, and then walk away.
if you put the
Yeah.
line as at least he's not dead, Zonkiri just became a whole lot less evil.
okay, CI and Dario.
I mean, we are going to be overthrowing a government pretty soon, aren't we?
Depends what you got. Well,
Probably.
yeah.
I just
I mean,
realized...
we already did it once with killing a leader.
I love you. I love your all's characters. I love this game. We've already overthrown one government. I guess we can do it again.
Did we?
Hell yeah.
Well,
government?
partially. We took out an ambassador.
You kind of also
Or one
overthrew an
country.
entire universe, and so, I mean, I feel like
I mean, we're not good guys.
yeah, no. You guys are
Not
not
by
the heroes.
any stretch
You're
of
the
fucking
protagonists.
imagination.
There's one more thing I wanted to point out at Nyx, besides the like.
I mean, we essentially already have fucking Momunga on our team.
But
Ein Summer!
Einvolgone is our guild leader.
Put him in the bug room for life.
no, not the bugger.
Sorry, I just googled Momunga and I was like, "Who's that?" And then I got the joke. There's one more thing I wanted to point out, besides the fact that the remnants of Zyrteth's dragon body have been preserved and are now kept and preserved in your all's place. Any of the dragon parts you all could have aesthetically done with are gone. It's just meat now. Zunkiri, you
Dragon's
curiously... Zunkiri, give me a nature check. as you are walking past the tiny hen house over there with Beatrice and Clyde. You see the little donkey pup running around.
Checking on the garden.
Yep. You look down and you see an egg about the size of a softball. Not a softball, excuse me, a soccer ball. Sitting in a like cloth nest. A little like lamp above it. You do not see any chickens.
said
You
a
reckon
soccer ball,
the
dog.
egg looks
That is bigger than
familiar
the
to
chicken.
you, like something you could have seen before. Would you like to take it out and view it in the sunlight?
Sure.
You take it out and you see little translucent spots and these opaque veins over it. And though gray in color, you realize, oh, this is a gith egg. You are holding a gith egg that has not been properly taken care of. Rather than being put in an acid bath, it has just been put under a heat lamp. And you know that if you want it to survive, you'll have to change its care. But you're not sure where it's come from.
Yeah, I think they gave you all the chow mein. I got
Jackson!
Say, Kira, your mother.
He comes out. Yes.
Care to explain this?
We found it outside the walls a couple weeks ago. There was some birds swooping down to pick at it. We didn't know what laid it, but we figured it must have been massive. Catherine took a liking to it. She didn't like the idea of an animal being abandoned by its mother, and she built a little hen house for it and has been trying to nurse it to hatching, though it doesn't look like it's doing well.
And you didn't think to contact me about this?
Well, I tried. There was no response.
What?
Technically, we've been in a time vacuum.
You guys have been gone a couple days. He said you found this a few weeks ago. Something's not adding up. As you, Zunkir, you waltz to the outside and have him show you where he found the egg. You recognize the spot as where you planted that flesh electrite and bled on it.
Oh,
Some 72 hours prior to you.
Congrats, it's your baby.
you're a mother.
Yeah,
Mazel tov.
Jackson,
Yes.
what's today's date?
He tells you a date that is 6 weeks after a 6-week gap has occurred between your all's travels.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Satira, you were in a 6-week meditation.
hell yeah.
Noted. Right. Excuse me, I've got to go do some acid.
I imagine you say that and then you tuck it under your arm like a football.
Yes.
He doesn't even question. He's like, all right. He
Jackson
assumes-
just goes,
I
not
have-
the weirdest thing he said.
You know, this goes well in hand with
I
what
felt
I
like
was
he was
going to
thinking,
ask.
he's gonna do drugs, huh?
Because if 6 weeks has gone by, then definitely this is something I need to know if it's finished or not. I had a bathhouse ordered built in this fortress.
Yeah, the bathhouse will be entirely here and prepared then. I mean, when you all were leaving, like the frames and supports of it, you didn't really think to check it because it'd been a couple days. You come back and you see the spot, and they finished the outside, and then you look in and it's there. It's ready in all of its glory.
Glorious! Fill the hot tub with acid.
Wow.
You have an alchemy jug. It's just gonna take a while. Or you can go to the town.
The moment Morgana sees that it's finished, she's going to kidnap everybody. Other than Zankiri, who she wanted to use the hot tub for acid.
But you know what I do have?
Fabricate.
Alchemy tools and the fabricate spell.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you all
Darrow's
do
gonna
turn
be
the hot
surprised
tub.
that the bathhouse was finished that soon.
Well, you're like, wow, 72 hours to build a whole building. That's pretty good.
3 days and they built all this. That's
Major
What
should
do you
hire
mean?
them more often.
3 days.
That's how long we were gone.
No.
Did I misplace a day?
Several.
We've been gone for 6 weeks. Dunkiri says as he's carrying, like 2 hands,
Correct.
just carrying this egg past
6
you
weeks.
guys.
Is that an egg?
Yes, it's mine.
Well,
Good for you.
Dunkiri just takes it into his room to start ass bathing it.
Congratulations, I suppose. Andy would like to make an any type of check that she would need to know if Githyanki reproduce asexually.
Zonkiri has told you in the past that he came from an egg. Give me a...
No, she knows about the egg asexually.
Give me an Arcana or Nature check.
Depending on how much you want to squick it, Zonkiri is a male, and he does currently have control over the female Archon.
Yes.
Or not Archon. Anarch.
Anarch. Yeah, which is why she's trying to figure this out.
You piece
You
together...
do it.
Pull a Radagon on us.
You actually, as he pointed out,
I wasn't ready for that. Oh!
you actually do pick up that you think that's entirely it. If Zonkiri shares the details, yeah,
Killed him. He's dead.
I'm gonna give him a minute.
Okay.
Damn.
My God, this is retarded. Antonio's Mikola.
No. Yeah,
happened?
Mikola.
He was a little soft for me. What did he say?
I don't know.
He said,
said-
Morgana was Radon and Dario was Mikhail.
Nicola.
Mikola?
Yeah,
The
Mikola.
Michelester! No!
This is clearly some form of Elden Ring joke.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I can tell you it was gonna be funny when I saw him when I heard him gasping for breath to get it out.
Mm.
He's dead.
I have not
dead.
played Elden Ring, so
Neither I, but
I
I could
haven't-
tell by the other reactions that it was.
I haven't either, buddy.
Tell it definitely was
It's a
funny.
good
to them.
joke, sadly. It's a good joke, sadly.
But yes, in seriousness, you gather that if Zunkir will mention what he did with the flesh electrite to bleed on and see what happens, he self-fertilized a flesh electrite and made his own offspring.
No,
from-
as of right now, does Andariel know that they don't reproduce asexually
I would say
with the 17?
you know they don't reproduce asexually. You realize that it does
Okay.
take a pair.
Then what Andariel is assuming is that he used his body to get the Archon's body, quote unquote, pregnant, so she would lay an egg.
Wow.
You see them. You think, and for a moment, you wonder, God, that's evil. And then you remember who you're thinking of and going, it's possible. Remembering,
Yeah.
there is no form of evil that Zonkiri won't go to. What worries you more, I
screwed
think, is
himself.
wondering, why does Zonkiri want a baby? And I think any sane person at that point decides,
Well,
stop thinking about it for their own
we're-
sake.
there's a very simple explanation. Someone told him to go fuck himself, and he said, "You know what?
Could do that.
and he had a happy little accident.
Somebody didn't use protection.
And Daryl,
And Daryl will think, put a pin in it, ask him about it later. Not super important.
there's something I wanted to
So
point out
that's
to you and
all.
Daryl, as you're the only one who said they went to town so far.
Yeah.
There was now a...
While she was there, she would have done a little bit of just,
Yeah.
shopping.
The town is barren, more or less. Most shops are closed. Seems that people are vacating a lot. Just getting out.
You will attempt to figure out why.
I will take you to the map to explain why. If you recall before, on Leoteth I had it drawn out the war fronts, and you'll see them as they were in gray lines. And now you can see in the colored lines where the front's
Oh.
at now.
Oh, they've advanced a lot.
They're starting to round the corner,
Yeah.
which to most pundits they believe once they get that lower peninsula, it's over. There's no way to push it back once they get that whole protrusion, whatever. There's no way that Moonwatch can walk it back. And so people are like, well, I'm not going to be here when magic Nazis come to enslave everybody. Peace.
Valid.
We'll have to actually get involved.
You will inform the guild leader of what's going on.
So, you all know, as a refresher on the towns, Steelwood is that town where you all first met. It is the one run by the Greed Fiend, Sin Fiend. Salt Hollow, Karen, you would recognize as that orc village that you got your papers from that said they didn't want to see you again. Bonecrest is that necromancy town you all went to. And also where you sailed to with that one ghost pirate captain. And Drakengard is the home of that noble whose relic you have half of, Karen. Pereglin is home of that exterminator crusading guy you met way back in the representatives dinner. Etherfort was the capital you all met at. You all know that Andariel is from Blackmere. And I think that does it for all I can update you on without worrying about accidentally spoiling some stuff. So,
Okay.
in short, you realize the war's taken a turn, and you
Not
really
for the better.
you really start to wonder, how is the society of mages losing to normies who won't use magic?
Noobs.
And you don't get a clear answer, Andariel. Katira, you were also a little... Never mind. Pretend I said nothing. Remember how I said about I had to stop talking or I give away spoilers? I stopped. DM cannot keep talking about this map or I will spoil, as you just heard.
Do it.
Is clock.
Oh, so the war's going poorly then.
Apparently, pretty damn poorly.
Yes.
Oh, Christ.
Um, what are we gonna do?
Are we gonna do anything?
You could let it run its course. You could talk to Governess Cromwell and see if there's a deal she can cut to persuade you all to get involved, or you could go on your own and investigate closer towards the front. Why is Freywick able to push forward this hard? Because as you looked around town in Dariel, it still wasn't a commonly known bit of information how Freywick even stood a chance against Moonwatch, let alone advance.
I think we should probably go have a talk with the governess.
Unfortunately, I agree.
Think we should, if things go too south, do you think we could abandon ship and move our castle somewhere else?
We have the airship.
Not impossible. And Ariel, you all got a little touch of archaeomancy knowledge and a little timeline hop. You've got a couple of people who can do it. It wouldn't be impossible to just move your fort somewhere else and let Moonwatch go down on its own.
I'm not one much for running away.
Then let's see what we can do.
Switching sides and selling my services, yes. But let's talk to the governess first.
Katira, can you give me a history check?
Yeah. $17.
as you all are coming into town to go and meet with the governess, you have not been up and around in this meditative state. You haven't really seen the change. It's as new to you as it is to them. You feel a sudden familiarity, especially with the tunnel to Dilneater that was put in your all's place. It feels a lot like Dilneater, Ferris, the beacon city you're from. Feels a lot like after a major attack, the like hanging grief in the air, like something terrible has just happened.
Wait.
Recent.
Isn't grief an emotion?
There's not everybody living in the town was out of emotions. Her people
Okay.
were, but she saw the like regular people like mourning and all that. She was aware of what it was. Just didn't feel it.
Okay.
Tira, it's that familiarity that makes you wonder. It's been 6 weeks since you spoke to an old friend who said that they might try and find their way to you. And you know that that portal she would take would spit her out in Etherfort.
Ooh.
You wonder
That-
how Mivan might be doing.
That's a good point.
As you've heard,
We should go check on her.
because you've heard nothing from her. And obviously you
Yeah.
don't have the means to scry, and
Now, also to be fair, I've heard nothing from anyone except the infinity of the cosmos for the past 6 weeks. So there's also that.
yep.
We'll go for a ride.
So, you all make your way to Moonwatch, and you find yourself at the governess's gate. No guards posted out front anymore. The gate is closed, but it seems unlocked, and you all can just push it open if you want to go in.
Will do.
You walk in, walk up to the front door, and clack the knocker. Doof, doof, doof. After a jarringly long amount of time, you all feel the door open and see standing there, coming to open the door for you, is Governess Cromwell, seemingly come from up in the spires that she was hanging around in. Ah, long time no see, Zonkiri weirdos. I thought you'd
Hey.
skip town.
Hey there, what's with the ghost town?
The war is not going well, and people do not believe we have the means and the spirit to fight back. There are some still, but
Are you
they...
losing?
Say that again?
How are you losing?
Step inside. I'd rather not discuss this on the street. She'll close the door behind you all. Before you all met in the parlor just inside the door, now she's inviting you up the tower, if you will follow her.
Be right back. Some yelling. I'm gonna check on it.
As she...
We'll go up the tower.
You all travel up and come into her personal study in a large panoramic mirror that looks out over all of Moonwatch. Or panoramic window, excuse me.
Ooh, nice panopticon.
It would be insane if it was just all reflecting herself back in every direction. But it does very much have a panopticon feel. I assure you, it was meant to be a symbol of being able to look out over all my people and look over them.
And watch them at all times.
Protecting the government.
Like an all-seeing eye.
You all see that, as before you saw it was up to her shoulder, I believe, of her right arm, had been replaced with this emerald green crystal spike structures. Now, as she takes off her overcoat, you can see that it sprawls, covering her entire chest, most of her torso, and up on her neck.
Wow, must be stressed. Looking mighty stiff.
Hilarious. Really,
What can I say? My jokes rock.
really, I thought you would say you know how to tickle a funny bone. Anyway,
No, he knows how to make the bones dance, though.
the
Is this
About this war.
Time?
Is this comedy?
No.
No.
No,
Sad.
it's being petulant children. Let's move on.
The war is going poorly because they have extreme firepower on Freywick's side. I don't know where they're getting it from. Seems to be a tightly guarded secret, but they have machines and engineering far beyond what they should be able to have access to. Nothing on planet should even be this advanced. But I've seen whole swaths of Mage Guard incinerated from flaming balls of fire dropping from the sky. I've even taken ships up to look in the atmosphere. Nothing. Just above, I can't find anything. It's just bizarre. How advanced their soldiers are, the firepower they're dropping, and while I haven't been able to confirm with a visual anything, I do suspect there's some sort of orbital weapon that is drifting towards Moonwatch. Slowly pushing
Hammer
the
of
front
Dawn.
towards us. All I can do now is...
Orbital weapon?
Yes.
No, that was Liv.
I believe it is my duty to go down with the ship. But fuck it. I'm not. I don't have enough energy to sell this. There's no fucking way I'm going down with the ship. Not only because I don't want to die, but also because I can't. The way I got to my status, I am a constant. As long as this planet exists, so will I. Just remarkably less human the more and more I'm reforming. Even if they take Moonwatch, I'd have to live in hiding for a very long time, and I'd rather not. I'm preparing Moonwatch for if war comes to us to make a grand stand, but at the moment,
So you royally screwed up and overestimated your own power.
I think I could win, but I don't think I could win and not be outcast from society for the methods it would take. What I did overestimate was my people's willing to accept a new form of magic. And I've only tentatively got them to accept me back. If I go down the darker avenues of archaeomancy to win, I will once again forever put a black stain on its name, and what history will repeat itself with Arkine being... And it's kind of as if she says Arkine, she looks like she's going to catch herself and say, well, I guess not all of us. But as she looks around, she suddenly raises an eyebrow, seeing most of you all now have some sort of signature of archaeomancy in you.
I think all of us do.
Except
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah.
Oh.
she goes,
Or just kind of flips her off.
congratulations on whatever you all found to get whatever you have, but I can see about getting Fort Nix moved. I'm sure Freywick will try and avoid you all if they have any intelligence on the fallout that would bring, but for now, I'm assembling some legionnaires, some constructs on the ground, and we are planning a penultimate stand in Steelwood where we should at least stall them out long enough to let everyone in Moonwatch escape. And then after that, if I don't have any real witnesses, we'll see what we can do. As you gather, she's saying, nobody can catch me. I have no problem committing vile acts of darkness. But I'd also rather not have to live in exile forever. So, kind of hedging my bets.
Wow. Sounds like you're incredibly desperate.
Yes.
Zankiri just turns back to everybody else and smiles.
You said,
Roll
why is
on.
Zonkiri the used car salesman coming out?
So you're saying you need a car to get to work?
Oh, when you have 3 children, all who can't take the bus to their school? She just kind of sits down in her chair and goes, I'm sure you have some sort of offer or twist, Zonkiri. Feel free to lay it on me. As more than desperation, you feel an air of lackadaisicalness and giving up. She seems to have started the process of wringing her hands and going, I did my best. I'm not going to get hurt by it, but, you know. I can always make another city, I guess. Just not here.
Shitty attitude.
Yes.
You know, I don't know if I'd be so relaxed if I were you.
Why?
Well, what you say might be true. You might, through your archaeomancy, have inextricably linked yourself to the existence of this planet, the very stone that makes up its foundation. Yes?
Yes.
Yet, at the same time, Feywick appears to have found some way of countering or negating the archaeomancy. Have they not?
In the minor senses, I mean, the soldiers I send out have archaeomantic arms and such. They're powerful, but they're by no means immortal. They'll die without their heads just the same. I'm just a different being after I completed my ritual. Unless Freywick intends to kill the planet, then I think I'm safe. And if they got to that far, there's a few other continents, I think, who would object.
Well, I mean, have they ever really gotten their hands on the kind of magic and technology that would outpace what they should have?
No, they've never. I mean, they've had some.
She literally just spent like 5 minutes telling us that they shouldn't have this level of shit.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. She's saying that historically, no, like they've had innovation, but like nothing like this. This is like going from. She's saying that like they've gone from like Stone Age to Bronze Age, but like this is Information Age stuff. Like, this is an inconceivable leap in firepower and complexity. So,
yes, and he's making the point that they've just done what they shouldn't be able to do. I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
I don't know if I'd stack my. They're already starting to counter archaeomancy. I don't know if I'd stack my deck on them not eventually getting there sooner rather than later, considering what they've seen.
You see a look of concern on her face. A fair point. You would have done wonders as an advisor. So, that deal you were going to drop on me, I'm assuming? Or can I go continue to try and rally my dying city?
Oh, right. Hey guys, what do we want?
She does take out a book you notice in Dario, and begins writing something. Something about the book seems magical. You need to take some time to study it to figure out what's familiar about it.
Okay. What's that?
Just a journal. She continues to write.
Yes, and I'm just a human. What is it?
Just a magical journal. Magical human. And Dario, give me an Arcana check.
She will also activate her magic, detect magic.
It's definitely magical. Go ahead and roll that Arcana
What
check.
school?
Most of them actually. You recognize it as a Book of Shadows, like you have.
That's what I figured.
That's what I figured. Who's your patron?
She looks at you, contemplates for a second, and goes, "A family member." And you see a slight smirk, giving her a little bit of joy to give you a half-truth.
Wonderful.
I can assure you, I'm only contacting an ally about contingency plans that your group member brought up. I've become quite close to the other leaders of the remaining cities on our side. And some not.
Okay.
Safe to say, Andariel, I'm making sure I make it out.
I never liked you.
That's fine. You didn't have to like me. I ran my city well and I accomplished my goals. Being liked was nice. But
You accomplished your goals?
I
Your
revived,
city's about to fall.
I revived Archaeomancy. It was the whole point of me becoming governess in a magically centered town was to be able to embezzle and acquire enough magical items to perform the ritual to resurrect this form of magic. That my generations before me have been handing down this effigy of Archaeomancy so that we could try this ritual to bring it back. And I finally got the chance to do it. Running the city's nice, but I got what I needed. Karen and Katira, can you give me insight checks as she's saying this to Andariel?
Oogie.
As I imagine everybody has turned to look at her, and
Oh, yeah.
you guys are the only ones with really high enough
Yeah.
wisdoms that might be able to pick
We,
up on
we, we both raise our eyebrows.
Same hat.
both 16s. You have not.
Hold on. I have a +8 in insight.
Oh,
Come on!
fire away!
Gaming. Yeah, they're right.
Yeah, boy!
You two gather. You've never really seen this side of the governess before. It's normally stiff upper lip, strong public face, this sort of lackadaisical, like broken.
Bluntness of the stuff.
It seems odd to you, and it makes it hard for you to read. Zonkiri, you may not have seen this explicit side of her. You've seen many a wizard in your day. And eventually, they all end up either at this point or consumed by you, if you've encountered them. She feels she's made her masterwork, her masterpiece, her artifact, her etc., etc. And you know she does take validation and pride in what she's done. You can tell there is still a bitterness that you can tell she's lying to you all to lie to herself that she doesn't care about Moonwatch and being its governess. For the 26 you gather that she actually really does like this and enjoyed taking care of the people, though she had this ulterior motive. You gather if she really just didn't care, she would have revived Archaeomancy, faked her death, and fucked off to anywhere else. She seems to really enjoy taking care of the city and watching it grow. Despite what she may be presenting forward to you all. And that's all.
Well, I know what Zonkiri wants as a reward for helping with this. You guys?
Million so.
No, he can get that during the war.
Don't think Katira has any specific wants.
Honestly, Karen's just looking for more cheat codes to use down the line. So anything she can gather on, I guess, blood or Archaeomancy.
Into that.
Money.
Yeah. If I can start doing cheat level
Lots and lots
bullshit.
of money.
Yeah, if she can make a city fly with stone, I'm kind of curious what kind blood plague. Yeah. Turn the population to werebears. Who knows? Be
At the
fun.
moment, I'm assuming all this is out of character, but if you all want to ask her anything in character, you may. I mean, you are in the same room.
So, your whole deal, whatever it was to revive archaeomancy. You must have accumulated a lot of information.
Yes. My codex
Was
is in
it
this
all-
room.
Was it all just on stone, or do you have anything on the others?
My specialty may be stone, but I have basic rituals and the more hush-hush secret rituals of all the houses, passed on by the last remaining survivors of the Age of Archaeomancy, inscribed in
on
this book
blood?
and preserved. Yes. Was there a certain spell you wanted information on?
I want all of it.
I could get you most of them. The only
Alright.
way I could give you all of them is if you wanted to become what I am. Ascend to Archonship of the House of Blood. And I hate to break it to you, I already have a buyer. But I'm open to kicking them to the curb if you'd like the seat.
I thought it just occurred to me.
Mhm.
Do you care about disclosing the identity of that buyer?
As an act of goodwill, I'll tell you. And she beckons you closer to whisper it in your ear.
Mm-hmm.
As the DM spells it out.
And I will message it to you.
Okay.
There you go.
What is?
What are you saying what about?
No, my dog.
Okay. You said what? And I was like, I'm messaging Pyro. Why is he saying what as I hit enter?
He sees all.
It's like, what
Ca-
the fuck?
Karen will kind of look. Yeah. Okay. Not as bad as I thought. Sure. I'm not opposed to doing weird shit to my body for power. Looks at his gut. I don't even remember why I did that. I felt like I was possessed for a second.
So you
But-
are saying you are interested in possibly taking this
yes.
Blood Archon position. You win me, Leoteth. Help me push Feywick back and unite the nation under me. Not only will I help you complete the ritual, I'll help you set up your own little kingdom wherever you need.
I don't need a kingdom.
That was interesting.
I
Alright.
just need a big enough stick to beat a vampire over with.
That we can do.
Then I'm in if they are. I'm
Karen-
a cleric.
Give me an Arcana check. Because there's something you saw in the other timeline that she doesn't know you know. And you may catch wise to one a sort of trick in the deal she's making.
That's why I'm just like, if they're. Let's see here. I'm looking at my card real quick. Make sure that's not my cards because I'm hanging bonus like Curious page. God damn it. Alright.
Looking through Zonkiri's hand, which one of these can I use?
Nope. No, like 3 or
I
4.
dare you to
Let's
touch
see.
one.
No, I don't think I will.
I haven't died.
You thought you did a hollow bird.
All right, 12.
Well, you recall the things Zonkiri had in a bottle. The other half of the time Archaeomancer.
Oh, I already figured that there's gonna be Anchor because you've already told us about her deal with her sister.
Yep.
Yeah, I've already thought about that.
She's leaving out like the fact that you would have to have somebody else to sacrifice essentially.
Someone else
a
has to essentially be the spirit in the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit type deal. They have to be the overhang.
Yes.
I know.
She's conveniently not mentioning that as she's making this deal.
I'll take note of that as she's trying to fuck me over.
Finding somebody who thinks and interprets things the way you want them interpreted is kind of the hitch she's going to lay at your feet if you would come to collect on this deal.
I have to find someone who's willing to go along with what I'm doing.
Yep.
And essentially, yeah, I already said.
5 gold says it's the turntail vampire chick.
As the person she was
Calling it
eyeballing
now.
out for.
Wow, you've seen through my facade. I'm so flabbergasted. Yes, it's I'm going to try and talk to her or one of the orcs.
My first bet would have been the. Well, no, that was a bit dumb idea in hindsight. I was thinking immediately of the orc cleric you reconciled with.
No, I'm talking the idea I had when I came up with this chance thing. There was either one of the orcs back on Castor that I know, or the Trentail vampires as an olive branch to those fanged fucks.
It would also be very narratively poetic for the runaway bloodbag and the turn trader bloodsucker who have gone through similar experiences on learning the truth about this, see things the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't checked in on her in a minute.
Yep, once we were getting into downtime stuff, that was going to be one of the things that I was going to do.
Okay. Is there anything else you all wanted to ask the governess while you were here?
Okay, so far we've got that. We've got Archon Hood. We've got 40,000 gold.
I love
Silver?
that I never said 40,000, but you were just like, eh.
Oh, I just hit a random loot generator for our level and just looked at the amount of gold that a major quest would be worth.
I mean, as
Also,
an
with the idea of
artificer,
Zonkeri going,
I
we'll
would
take
like
this,
to
this,
study the tech.
arbitrarily throwing in a gold sum. Like, wait, I didn't say that. Yeah, but it was assumed. This.
What'd you say, Silver?
I said, as an artificer and trying to recreate something for Katira, I would actually like to have and study the tech. If we do sign up, I get to.
You want all the rights to the new technology.
Salvage
Yeah.
rights.
Salvage rights.
Yeah.
Would you be amenable to heading up a department to analyze this tech here in Moonwatch and incorporate it into the city? Answering only to me, being the head of an entire research and development department nestled right here in Moonwatch, of which you would hire your own team with no oversight on how you wish to run it. Besides occasional check-ins to see progress and notable projects that we might be able to incorporate into society. But otherwise, your team and projects would be your own to decide. You all are definitely picking up that she is slipping back into that governess sleeve of trying to connive and deal. And she's saying, I'll give you what you want, but not without...
When she's tying us down.
But yes, not without a couple ties to help me out in the future, or a little hook here or there.
I feel safe on for only two reasons. One, because by that definition, she's going to try and snare all of us, and I'm just going to hide behind Zankiri like I've always done, and when she dies, I'll reap the benefits.
I will say, you don't gather it's malicious. Just she doesn't want to show all her cards.
It's her personality.
Yeah.
She be a little shifty.
Which is funny.
A little.
Because
now,
Blood Archaeomancy is like the opposite of her school. So her being like really shifty and conniving for like the stone stalwart, and then you just being like really calm, cool, collected, and up
Stone
front as
stalwart.
blood would be like really funny. Opposite thing,
When the waterbender is wearing red clothes.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, question, because I remember this is something Laughlin did just above. He had, was it specifically, what was he, Shadow? Or the
Often
Archaeomancer?
it's a shadow archaeomancer.
Was it specifically, was it just general use or Shadow that was the totem or effigy, whatever, that. What's
Oh
the
wait,
word?
he had a shadow staff, but he kind of did a little bit of everything, right?
Yes, I was going to wait for Pyro to stop before I corrected him, but yes, Voflin was a generalist.
He was a generalist?
He does
Okay.
a lot of minor stuff. He just had that shadow staff that Zonkiri repossessed.
Okay, then I definitely need to get my hands on that ritual or whatever that suppresses the moral the suppresses the totem beast from the lichen shit.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Voflin did that for you. It didn't take
Yes,
that much to make one.
Papa needs the recipe. I have an idea.
Voflin could give that to you with no problem. At least how he
Love
made
it.
it.
And I'll probably need access to ingredients too, I guess.
Huh. Offered it to you and you
You goofy ass.
Dumbass.
What?
Zonkiri, you
Ew.
glance at timeline where you get to completely own Andariel for a moment and then realize it decays, it's not canon. You bite your lip a little bit as you had a great comeback.
Okay.
I mean, if you want it now,
I don't
I've
even
got-
know what it does. I don't even know what it does.
let's
Does it have
cast
stats?
plane. Let's cast plane shift and let's
Seeming.
cast shadow blade. And seeming.
Is it an attunement?
Yes.
Then no, the staff I have is better.
I think I know why she didn't take it before. Is it a 2
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I don't want it.
Remix.
So anyway, back to what was being asked. Silver.
Yeah.
Now that we can ignore the senile old man. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Silver.
Let's see. I was.
You asked for salvage rights to Freywick's tech. She countered with being in charge of Moonwatch's R&D department for Freywick's tech.
I know. The hard to explain. Say, okay, so the way. Look, I don't want to be. I don't want to be tied down to anything. If you want to create your own thing, research it by all means. I just want to have my own independent research for it.
So you just want to.
I'm not saying it's all for me. If you want it, and if you want to research their tech, if we do, I just want to make sure that I'm allowed to go do whatever I want with it.
Whatever you want is a very broad statement. Is there a certain project you have in mind?
I guess you can do whatever you want with your hell landscape once Freywick's done with it.
Very difficult to have a specific project in mind when we haven't seen any of this technology or what exactly it can do yet.
Very much.
Salvage rights to be split upon obtaining the tech from either
Yeah.
party. We can figure out who gets what, when, where, and why, and how after our hands are on it.
I can agree to that.
Katera.
She can't give me what I want.
And what do you want?
Nothing you need to know.
I can only offer what you tell me.
My wife and a Borat
I miss my
voice.
wife, Tails.
Yeah. I think that she wants is pretty much the thing I'm gonna be making for her. It's gonna be my gift, so you don't have to worry about that.
Katira, who has no
Katira
context,
has
probably just
no
has
idea.
it's just a big ass
what I'm
fucking
saying.
eyebrow raise.
Tira is like, hell yeah, I did not want to be able to somehow try and find some lie to tell her about, like, I don't want you to know about the Hell Lord that I don't want you to know we're gonna have to face eventually. I don't want you to know about that bitch. And Tristan slides in with what Katira is assuming is the perfect excuse, and she's like, he saved my ass again.
And last but not least, Morgana.
We don't have any requests.
Well, if
Does
something
Morgana
comes to
still
you
have
while you all
a
are helping
flesh
me win,
electrite in her still?
I believe it is.
It's still in there, but you said that it doesn't really do much of anything anymore.
Yeah.
Now that we're home.
Well, if something comes to you while you all are helping, feel free to reach out. I'll be happy to help however I can.
Okay, I made a small list.
These are our demands.
And granted that I came into this halfway through the negotiations, this was getting our assistance she was offering to help us with stuff.
Yeah, she was
To
negotiating.
basically to win the war for her.
Help her unite Leoteth under her banner. She's willing
What
to
do
do
we
that.
want in exchange for helping her?
I see.
Morgana just wants a pony.
Morgana
Made
very
out of chainsaws.
Morgana very simple. Morgana have wife, Morgana have family, Morgana have bathhouse. Morgana happy.
We're gonna have chainsaws.
Morgana chainsaws are tools to make things
Ew,
remain,
wife.
remain happy.
Very well. So, in exchange for helping you defeat Freywick and uniting Leoteth under the banner of Moonwatch,
Well,
in exchange,
under
you
the
shall
banner of
provide a
myself. Moonwatch is just the city, I don't. But yes, we have the right idea.
you'll provide us with the books on archaeomancy that you have acquired or copies thereof.
Oh yeah. You
As-
Assistance in the yes, except for the ones that don't make sense unless you're only going for Archonhood.
She starts to grin, realizing, yes, I have to dot all my T's and cross my I's.
Help with Karan's ascension into Archonhood when he decides it is time.
Thumbs up.
Salvage rights to Silver and the Weirdos for Freywick's tech to be divided after acquisition by either party.
Tentative yes for renegotiation at a later date.
4,000 gold worth
40.
of
4,000
40,000. 40,000 gold. Sorry, I was thinking platinum.
She was ready to jump on that deal at 4,000.
40,000 gold worth of gems, platinum, gold, electrite, such valuable minerals and metals.
Payable over a period of a year or two from a get accrued by myself and Moonwatch to fund whatever you wish.
Yes.
Uh, Details to be hammered out at a later date.
Yes, yes. And finally, my demand.
Which is...
Zunkuri places...
Watch.
No.
Yola.
He does not like to rule. He was not kidding when he told her at the start of this campaign, if I could get you to rule this place for 1,000 years, and me not have to be the one to worry about it, I would. This is quite literally him proving that point.
God damn it, I hate bureaucracy. Please!
Yes. And Zunkuri just places a small box in front of her. Half.
Half what?
Of you. And translate that to however you have decided the box works.
Well, we talked about how the box works for beings that don't age.
Yeah, basically they just lose their hit point maximum gets reduced.
That's the weirdest marriage proposal I've ever heard.
About half your juice.
She's twirling a pen in her
He
hand.
already has a kid.
Basically, how Ed and Winry propose to each other.
Walks up
You're trying to
the
get a
woman. I want
stepmama.
half. I want half.
Sorry. Let him continue. Let him continue. We've made enough jokes.
This is my divorce proposal.
Here, tell me what.
Does it have to be from me, or do you just care about the amount?
I don't think you can muster up enough to replace half of you at this point.
Conveniently not an answer to the question. What matters more to you, that it's from me, or that you get the same amount?
From you. I want it to be something that hangs over you for the rest of your existence.
So you really just want something to hang over me then?
I've made my offer.
All the rest I can agree to immediately. That one I need to stew on.
Connor trying to figure out how not to stuff 400 hit points worth of years into this box.
How many lawyers have you eaten to become this powerful?
I will get back to you on that one, Zonkiri.
I guess I can start looking into how to move the island.
Very well. It's not our clock that's ticking.
Sitting waiting. The exit's on the same way you came in. If you have any other business, I'll be here. But I'll reach out to you personally, Zonkiri, when I've come up with an answer.
Very well.
And Ariel was serious. She will start to look into how to move the island herself once she gets home.
Well, you know. The Shadow Archaeomancy, not entirely impossible.
No, she's stone and shadow.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're set. You start piling through some of the books you had, and it's going to take you a while to try and figure it out, but it's theoretically possible.
And I've got enough stone or soul coins just to move this wherever the fuck I want it.
Hopefully. You don't want to run out of soul coin gas halfway through to your destination.
Actually, I just came up with an idea.
Don't worry, the also have the devil nitro juice.
The crystals. Crystals are a mineral stone.
Correct.
Can I purge the crystals out of Leoteth?
You're pulling the thread on something I seeded a long time ago. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
And remind me, did you have a one of those crystals like in a sealed box for experiment purposes?
Research?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Wait, which
Arcana-
crystals?
Cancer.
Well,
That's
those
not
aren't on
cool.
Leoteth,
I
right?
rolled a fucking
What's-
4.
What's Cancerville's actual name?
I can't
Uh,
remember the name.
I believe it's
Tadia.
Itadia. All I had was Ikesh from Pyro's game in my head.
Does anyone have a
I have a reroll, conserve, advantage, disadvantage.
uh,
I don't have any
mine?
pluses.
Here you go.
Yonk.
Okay. Come on. Roll better than a fucking 4, please.
5.
Thank you. I
Mini
will
win.
also drop a +4 on it to make it a 25.
One card to roll.
Technically, it's another roll.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead.
25. Thank you.
Mm,
Thank you,
That's
Shane.
like
You're welcome.
the superpower of the Joker is you just get to try again. 25. As you go
Part
and
of the
examine your
cards.
sealed box, you open it up. You examine the crystal with your gloves. This strikes you as the product of blood archaeomancy.
I didn't do it.
We'll walk over to Karen.
Leave me alone. I didn't do
With
it.
the radioactive
Go
box open.
No, she'll close it as she was strolling through the fucking castle.
Hey, Karen, look at
Hey.
this. Uranium 226. Oh!
I need to talk to you.
Give me your money. Yeah.
She'll pop it open. Blood archaeomancy. Can
really?
you purify it?
You were immediately hit with the like nauseating feeling of this stuff like starting to infect your being as she's pointing it at you, and you just, can you purify this?
All right. I try and power through that feeling for a second. Now that I have actually become a bit more attuned to that, can I sense that?
Yes, actually.
Please don't say Arcana. I'll hurt you.
No, you just sense it outright.
Okay.
Your stomach does grumble looking at this thing.
Don't you fucking dare.
You feel it.
Are you hungry? Are you hungry?
I just give her a blank look.
That
Never
wasn't
here.
her. That was
Okay.
me, fucker.
I was like, you will not see a faster hollow purple, fucker. All right.
I could not possibly have been anyone other than Norman.
You do hear
Yeah.
the loud grumble of Karen's consumption stomach, and then Karen, you feel it lick its
We'll
lips.
just slam it closed at that point. Can you purify it?
Eventually, I'd have to look at it for a bit. Also, wear my girdle. Motherfucker.
No one wants to waste of us.
And check while you have it, please. Can I use my stone archaeomancy to split in half so we have 2 pieces?
Yeah. Interestingly enough, as you go and work at it, you notice that the crystal is especially susceptible to stone archaeomancy. And as much as the idea repulses you, some joint project between you and Karen might be able to put forth some permanent solution to the situation on Itadia.
And the planet, because this shit's spreading.
There are groups that work to keep it contained to Itadia, but they have not found a way to stop its progression, only slow it down and scoop it back.
Great. Could you get like another box for Ryan?
The lead box.
Yeah, another.
Don't you have one?
Do I? Been a while.
Go close the lid, walk to Zankiri.
It's been a while. I haven't looked.
Karen
at my
pulls out his
inventory.
pit boy and starts searching through his miscellaneous.
Knock, knock, knock on Zankiri's door.
Knock.
Yes.
Do you have a lead box? that you're willing to allow me to use for an extended period of time.
Sure. I mean, I had it
And
intended.
how would you feel about owning Itadia once it's purified?
Wow.
Do I have to manage it?
You just have to be the boogeyman that stands over it and keeps everyone in check.
I mean, I was planning on doing that anyway, but sure.
You're giving me permission?
She will open it up and show it to him. This is made through blood archaeomancy. I believe that Caroline and I can purify the land and the planet will owe us immensely, and we will own our own little island, and the governess can go fuck herself.
When you said you wanted a lead box, you meant like...
I'm gonna split it in half. So
yes, you meant jewelry box. Sorry, I thought you meant coffin. Sure, he just reaches over and grabs one of those and hands it to her.
thank you. She'll split it in half, put one half in that, close it, and close it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And happy President's Day. She'll walk away.
I guess I'll add lead box of Itadian crystal to my
What
inventory.
an absurd thing to say.
Just put box of cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we might forget the name again.
Jotun blood is the name of the actual substance.
No.
Cancer.
Giant's blood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Because it was
the mythos. Oh, go ahead. Are you going to actually say my lore? I will give you inspiration right now if you can pull this off.
yeah. You said that there was some kind of lore about a giant dying there, and that was his blood. I can't fully remember it, but I
That's
remember
the gist
that.
of it. The local legend was that some giant died and its blood had cursed the land as it was spilled.
Oh, that giant was probably the last connection to blood archaeomancy.
Which
Most
means there's a
likely.
body there somewhere.
Oh, it's just gonna be like God of War.
Yes, and you also know that this planet is much younger than most of the others, so it makes you wonder, how did something that old get here? And for that,
No,
I'm going to harken you back to something. Hang on! The DM's doing something. For that, I'm going to harken you back to something that Zyrteth told you when he had first met you, something along the lines of,
The hurricane of lit.
the bones of this world are older than you think, something bruised beneath the crust, da-da-da-da-da, and you all went, cool story, bro, we're still going to kill you. Because he knew there were recycled parts from long ago archaeomancy places used to rebuild these planets, including the last stand of the Blood Archaeomancer.
Cool story, bro.
Hence what attracted the governess and her people.
Kill it.
Hence why the governess and her people were attracted to come here in the first place all those generations ago and settle it. And
Wait.
sorry,
How many
somebody just
how many
casually
schools
pulled
are
the
there?
thread of the. No, it is not one for each continent.
Okay, I was hang on a minute here. Scroll.
Itadia is pretty
There would
much
need to be
the
2 more
Owl
continents.
House Titan Island.
Yes.
I mean, one of those. Is
Somebody just
32.
casually pulled the thread I would tease at the very beginning of the campaign, and I was like, "Oh fuck! Finally!"
My threat?
This is what we trade for.
Like I thought it was dead. I thought it was never gonna come up again, and it's suddenly like, "Fuck! Pull the alarm!"
I still can't get over the looks like you used a spag's head.
Stupid dog! You made me look bad.
Can't wait for Sargeras to show up.
No, it's not World of Warcraft.
Another
Is that
interesting
right?
thing I'm gonna point out, just because I'm in the mood of sharing. Bellybush, where Morgana's from, that Fey Forest, parts were made from recycled parts of the Feywild. That's why it overlaps. This planet, and as you all are able to put together as you're talking about it over dinner, this planet and most of the new ones that were made are a hodgepodge of old pieces and space debris that the gods put together.
We are literally the most possible level of backwater we could be. They literally recycled us out of random bullshit in space.
They should have contracted us so someone to build planets for them. I'm sure Dez is available.
I wonder if I could raise those remnants.
I mean, body of a giant. I mean, apparently we gotta go back to Atania at some point.
Zankiri standing on a pedestal. Alright, time to put a theory to work. Arise! As they
Cast
constantly-
animate dead just on the ground.
Rumbles.
I'll find the center of it eventually as he takes a step forward and casts it again.
It's like a metal detector. He's just walking around. There's it.
Actually, fun fact: depending on the strength you cast things like animate dead or create dead in older editions, it would penetrate a specific amount of ground in order to get to the bones or bodies. So, like if you upcast it, you could pull bones from deeper inside the earth. But if negative energy permeated that ground, the connection was easier, and that's why when you cast like animate dead in a graveyard, the corpses inside the graves were so much easier to pull out of than other places, because a death, a field of dead people had a lot of negative energy in the ground, so it would be easier for the animate dead to go into the ground and get corpses to animate out of the dirt.
Yeah. But you all have not been to Igela or Odoron on the planet. Yes, I'm still on this. Chketh was taken from a lost elven isle. Recycled by elven mystics fucking around and sinking their island and destroying it.
Wow, these gods stole more of their setting than I do.
Yeah.
What's this sign that says Ulthuan on it? Get that shit out of here.
If there's one thing I can respect, it's copyright infringement.
Wow.
Damn it, I'm going to tell you the other two, because the chances of you all coming back here next campaign are slim. Odoron was taken from a part of Sigil. As you all found out, that Sigil was, essentially abandoned nowadays. They had ample free real estate to move, hence why there's that Yggdrasil world tree.
Nice.
And Igela was just some asteroids put together and they threw some orcs on it. I'm not even kidding.
That's the one, baby!
I'm not even kidding. They literally just here's random space debris, let's throw some orcs on it.
No one more suited.
I thought it was funny.
Back. Well, thing is, Cutter orcs actually do that.
Yeah. I thought it was funny. It was all the other places from legendary stuff and and a clump of dirt for the orcs.
They do that though. They're orcs.
Well, yeah, my setting has two different cultures of orcs. These are the more brutal orc with a K version.
Yeah.
That's the one! They're like, alright, orcs, we only had a thing of space dirt for you. Let's go, boys!
Paint it red!
Zankiri and Andariel finish figuring out the secret history of the universe and relaying it to Karen.
Karen, you're listening, and then they mention a continent full of orcs with a K, and you hear distant wahs on the back of your head.
My ancestors, they call.
Now it makes a lot more sense why, when the gods weren't there to get rid of our Chaomancy, why none of the new planets existed.
These new planets were made by the last system update to the universe after a big god-killing weapon came through. They nobody really quite understood why they made these new planets in the same one, but you kind of gather now that it was hey, look, here's something new and shiny. Don't worry about the history of the world where you have things to kill us. And then, spoiler alert, they accidentally put in some stuff with history about things on how to kill them.
So much for omnipotence. So, hearing this, okay. So I'll grab these the new box. I have some notes from right before we came here. I bought it from the other timeline. I need to go through these see what I can and can figure out where what my knowledge of blood divinity niches it and connects. And I still gotta go into town in a bit. I'll add it to the list and we'll work on it over time. Okay.
Who are you
So
saying
good.
this to?
Both of you. If you followed Andaro back to me, I guess
you
when she's
all
delivering the
just finished unraveling all this lore to Karen about Itadia and the blood stuff, and he's just like, okay, I'm adding it to the list.
Like, I'm less than a novice right now. I can feel there's blood magic from this. That's where I'm sitting at. It should definitely be possible, given some of the shit. Really.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Heard the phone ring and then
Real. Real. Now he's muted.
I have to move on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a bad
His
joke.
deity called.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
was being talked to. What's up?
Karen was having roleplay and then he got called. So look up what's his god's name? Remind me. Not
Oh,
Bitch.
yeah.
Ilvian's like, hey Karen, hey, so I need you to not
Interest.
tell people about the god killing part of the planet's history, okay? Just like take that, keep hush hush. Really? Just like no.
Interest.
Yeah.
Downtime Lives, all I really knew is that Karen was going to try and contact Vampire Girly. What else would you all like to do as a little bit of a preparation, waiting for the governess to get back to you with her...
So what did you all do in the past 6 weeks?
Killed everything. Brought everything back to life.
So, Tuesday.
Broke reality.
So,
Yeah.
Wednesday for you.
Here's a souvenir as I'm doing the printer thing of my sheet, and I give her a picture of Rowena. I'm gonna give you another gift later.
What? Oh,
You see,
ah!
you see a Rihanna older than you ever saw her, dressed in religious garments.
Her hair's also a different color.
Yeah, she seems quite literally radiant. Like
And
there's a
her
glow
eyes.
about her. Like she's a hottie. And you're just like, what? Huh?
And
Huh?
Hey, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, we met your wife.
Huh?
Nice lady.
You didn't lead with this? You
Little
didn't lead
zealous.
with that?
I like to imagine it's been like 3 days.
pretty
since you all
much
first
what
met.
I actually did was print out the thing, print out the picture, handed it to her, and walked off without really saying a word.
I appreciate the
Except
audacity
I'm
to say
gonna
you
give
walked away
you
from a monk.
another.
Huh? America, explain!
You're blue screening, Katira.
Explain!
All right. So we went to the time scars. All right. Started exploring them, learning some history of the Archaeomancy Wars. Accidentally trapped Archon Anchor God, yanking him out of time. My bad.
Accidentally.
It looked at me menacingly.
Accidentally
Right.
on purpose.
Anyway, that rewrote all of time past that point. You stopped existing briefly. We saw
That
the entire...
would be why I couldn't get back to my body when I first tried.
Possibly.
That makes a lot of sense.
But, yeah, kind of watched all of history fast forward up to the point to where all the gods, well, not all of them, but like 99% of them were dead. Archaeomancy had produced untold innovations in its realm. New gods, quote unquote, the Archons had risen and enslaved most of reality.
So not good.
Not particularly. We beat the shit out of one of them after
Typical.
after mugging her vault for. Oh, by the way, these are yours. Here's her boots.
What? Ah! What? What are these?
Boots.
They're really cool.
They make you go fast.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh
My
yeah.
favorite.
Along the way, we met your wife, and you, but not you.
Huh?
Bird person, you.
Correction. The boots do not make her go fast. They make her go really slow. But they make her hit like a truck. They convert her movement speed into damage.
They also give me a plus 10 bonus to speed.
Just a little bit. Like, the main thing is, like, fucking kinetic karate chop with your heels.
You mean a kick?
Fuck you, okay?
Is she no longer a punchy monk, but Taekwondo monk?
Fun story for later. That is the first type of monk I played with because when I met him, he had no arms.
Interesting.
Wow.
Slow pan to Dario. You know, because you don't have that. Anyway,
Yeah, we met your not. We met you, but bird person, you. After you got screwed up by the same person who screwed your wife up. What was her name?
The Mystic?
Yeah, her. Anyway, palled around with your wife for a bit. Robbed the.
She
Temp.
killed Karen a few times. He killed her back.
Wow.
I mean, that's what Zankiri said after resetting time.
You
A
have
few
no
times.
idea how hard it was to get the two of them to play nicely. But yeah, that was what happening as we were pillaging the Hierophant's vault. Temple, palace, pyramid, whatever. Just be clear, Connor, Zankiri's being dismissive of all these things, not me.
oh, I'm aware. I find it endlessly hilarious that Katira's like, I'm just picturing what her face must look like as you're describing all this, and she's like, I just sat for a few weeks. You did what?
We did that in a few days.
Oh, and then I got this off of the Whisper King, and he just pulls up the guy's finger, turned into a staff. This was his finger. It's mine now. You can't have it.
It's supposed to have stats, but you know.
Then we beat up
Oh, yeah.
the Dawn Archon.
Yes, live that face.
Imagine I'm making the vase.
And then I rewrote time again, this time on purpose, putting everything back the way it was supposed to be.
And
Oh, by the way, I more or less control time now.
was that a box?
So regular Thursday for you.
Yeah, more like a good Saturday, but
Katira, your connection to the universe. As he shows you the box, you feel a chill run up your spine. You're like, ooh, that's bad. I don't want any part of it.
I don't, like you're saying I can't have the finger. I have never at any point wanted something less than I want this finger.
Not the finger. The mundane-looking box he pulls out after. You see a finger of an Elder God, and you're like, it's Zankiri. Then he pulls a regular, the equivalent of like a shoebox, and you feel
Ooh,
a deep
no.
unease. You're like, nothing of that.
for some reason it harkens back to little Katira back when she was, afraid of the shadows in her room.
I would have been a Darin.
Yep. You do
Same person.
You vaguely have memories.
They are
seeing
now.
Zankiri in the shadows and some figure like him, watching over you in the night when you slept, terrified, grinning.
When you were a child, you always turned left before you turned right when you tossed in the bed.
think that's correct. Surely he must be guessing.
Somehow, it's both immensely unsettling and horrifically comforting. And I don't know how to reconcile that in a short period of time.
So yeah, that took us about 3 days. For some reason, it was about 6 weeks to you guys. I think I might have missed a decimal point somewhere in the ritual.
I mean, it's not like you've done anything like that before. There's gotta be some room for trial and error, I guess.
Yeah, it was a good first attempt.
I mean, we're all here.
Pyro vanished.
Oh.
For the most part, things are normal. Wow.
Pyro's not gonna be here for the rest of the night.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not a good phone call.
Anyway. Moving on.
Hope everything's okay with him.
So, as my role as DM, forcing us to move forward in the game, we can talk about live stuff later. Downtime. Anybody have anything else they want to do? That's all I'm doing this session. If you think of anything, you can also message it in the chat over the Sweet.
I would like,
Tony?
with Zankari's permission, to move Fort Nix further away from the front line.
We're gonna take Bikini Bottom.
But how are you gonna airdrop me like a fucking Spartan?
They can build a
Hey,
giant cannon.
I'm also simply doing this to show the governess that we don't need her help to move. I can just move us.
So where do you want to move? And it will take some financial resources too.
Front line's over here,
Yeah.
so I will move us over here on the coast.
Okay.
I would also like to, if at all possible, try and...
And what will this cost me?
20,000 gold pieces worth of material.
20,000?
That is the cost it's going to take to acquire these materials during a wartime.
What about the soul coin?
How many soul coins do you have? They say like 100 could do it. Actually, it's about
Zankari?
20. Just 20 should do to move you a few miles.
Is that something we could afford or no?
You got any more soul coins?
Royal Bank
have-
is country.
Let me check. I was looking, but I didn't. I think I simply gave you all of mine.
I spent all of mine on the Hellrider.
I didn't take any.
Well, what are you going to ride into battle if you didn't do that, Shane?
That's why I'm not regretting it in the least.
It doesn't look like I have any, but I do have some other, I think, magical shit. I have a holy symbol of medics. I don't know what the fuck that is. I still have 12 more time apples.
Is it medics with a K?
No, Mettrix. Metrics. My bad.
Oh, metric. I thought you said medics. I was like, you stole that from Karen.
This is America.
No, the writing is very, very small.
I got 20 to spare if you want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, this will also show to the governess that, we don't need her to move. We can do it ourselves.
And it shows her that she's first, not us. She goes first. So she better worry more about her position. We're not her wall. We're there to help her as long as she appeals to our demand. She will be
I'll give you a counterpoint as well. If you want to instead move Fort Nix up to the top of the mountain by where Zyrtef's cave was, up in the fucking freezing plinth where nobody goes, also 20 gold, or 20 soul coins.
Then, Carrie, which one do you think's more advantageous?
There's a teleportation circle at Zyrtef's place, and those scrying mirror crystals that you couldn't move.
With my stone archimancy, can I start moving those now?
No.
Denied instantly, so no, fuck
Bitch.
that.
I have. Hold on. This is my suggestion.
Why not both?
Yeah.
How would we do?
You're a
We've only-
you're a shadow archaeomancer.
Oh shit! I could put one in each spot. Just
You could
a
literally
shade of one.
you could literally link the two of them.
What would that cost us? Oh, DM.
Make a permanent door like Bofflin has to your test layer? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
You want it in your soul coins or gold pieces?
Soul coins. I only have 20,000 gold.
5 soul coins.
So overall cost us 25 soul coins to do both.
Yeah.
I think
Daddy Warbucks.
I think that would probably be the best because not only would it give us more or less we'd be surrounding Moonwatch. It would allow us to start setting up the stuff in Zyrteth's lair easier.
For actual use now.
Yeah, which would also give us a teleportation circle de facto to our fort.
You want
You
to make one of those gates to Mina's prison? 5 soul coins.
Yeah, you should probably do that too. Should probably link up a few of them.
You bring us back to the next map so we can start delegating some of these extra rooms as portal rooms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause I was
honestly-
about to do that.
That's hold on. That's probably what we should actually do with Zyrteth's lair is just turn that into Portal Central.
Good idea. it's
It'll be the hub.
It's an
the
abandoned
hub.
dwarven fortress with ripe magical essence.
And in an incredibly inhospitable location, so it's unlikely to ever be sieged.
And then
And wasn't there a bunch of stuff there that we couldn't take that would work very well for magic fuel for archaeomancy?
Was there somebody else?
Stuff in the
We
rooms
lost-
and stuff.
Liv.
just exploded.
Oh god, it's coming for all of us.
Oh,
Welcome back, Liv.
it returns.
Fergus, defend me!
I
If I
don't know what
find out
happened.
here, no D&D.
Okay, so we're gonna move the fortress. We're gonna open up a quick travel to Zyrteth's keep, where we're gonna have multiple portals where we can just figure out which ones I'm making at a later time, I guess.
I guess I'll put a list of portals we have so far.
Or no, list of locations we would want portals to.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh, you know what you could do?
what?
You could like mystery hide this door in the fort and have the secret switch to open the door be like in Zyrteth's mouth or head or something. Or, like, I just think it'd be cool. Have your little like dragon head mounts and be like in Zyrteth. There's a secret switch to open the secret door to your teleport place.
Oh, like every one of the portals is linked by a piece of Zyrteth,
That'd be cool.
and then like in order to open up the portal. Or no, that would be horrible for two-way travel.
I was just thinking of like hiding the connection from Miral's fort to Zyrteth's lair.
Inside Zyrteth's mouth, so we walk into his mouth and we show up as his old house.
Okay, so far we have Zyrteth's lair as the hub. Then we have one linking that to Fort Nix. We have one linking that to Mina's prison. Anywhere else? You want one? You want to ask Abther if he wants one to his tower, or at least near it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because Apther's actually behind enemy lines at this point, his tower.
Extremely.
Abther's tower.
I've been meaning to bring that back around to ask Apther, what the fuck's going on?
These guys are a bunch of anti-magic guys, right? Like
Yep.
they don't
Yeah.
like magic. Yeah, you might want to check on Abther.
Where is he right now?
And he seemed fine with
He's
the
at-
welfare check.
Yeah, and he gave me a fucking thumbs up.
Yes, he did.
He's about to get yelled at by his daughter.
That also seems entirely like something he would do as he's being killed.
This is where Apter's at. That little tower on the map.
Black Mirror.
Yep.
Oh, the little tower.
Okay, so Apter is 100% getting a message as she's moving Fort Nix. What the fuck? What the fuck? The war, what the fuck?
That was not related to Apter. He's not on another plane. That was related to something else. We'll get to in a minute. You'll get back from him. What are you talking about? I'm fine. Just holding down the fort. Things aren't great out there, but I've been a shut-in anyway.
Fine.
In 93...
Going to open a portal between your tower and a portal hub. You will come and explain this to me.
Okay, hang on. Let me come... Where's this portal hub? I'll come meet you and help tie it to the teleporting wing of my tower.
Layer of Zerteth.
Alright, he will meet you all there. The 93 I rolled is for as you were moving it. Vofflin has that Archaeomancy door frame, and I was rolling to see if it went with you or if there was just a hovering door frame in the air now.
Someone just flying by. Where am I? You're in Dilneater. That's terrible.
You didn't.
I like the idea of Vofflin just doing this thing. He's like, all right, let me head back out. Opens the door and then just suddenly howling wind. He's like, duh!
Oh, have you guys ever seen The Oldest View?
No.
No.
You know what? I have seen them.
Damn, you sound so
Also,
defeated.
Don't worry about it.
Damn, you sound disheartened about that.
And now I'm Googling it.
Alright, anywhere else? We got Fort Nix, Minas Prison, Abra's Tower. Silver, do you want a portal back home, maybe? Or you want to keep that shit away from your home?
I'll keep that stuff away from my home. Besides, I have to go call, make sure everything's okay with them. Don't want this time travel to accidentally give me a baby sister or something.
You go back and you now have an Uncle Apple.
Does he still have an aunt?
What's the
Apple?
bar's name?
That's right.
What spirits?
What? Huh?
The bar's name?
Oh,
That carries bar.
And
Yeah.
Solus?
It's
Something spirits.
Lost spirits, wandering
Are
spirits.
you with the forged spirits?
That's it.
Got a portal there?
I mean,
Probably
that'll
make-
get us to Dilneater without having to go to Dipshit's Tower.
They'll need her.
It did kind of demand.
I guess. What? Wait, what does Solus have to do with Dilneater?
I don't know. You did say right there for a second.
No, I'd say we probably should make one to at least
that.
somewhere near Solus.
Yeah,
Actually,
just
no.
make-
Hold on. Let's make it.
Repurpose the basement.
No, let's make it to the old lab.
Oh, the one in the forest.
Yeah,
Forest
that
collapsed in on itself.
yeah, that way that we have area to build something there, and we don't have to worry about people wandering in and out of the bar or being seen coming and going through it
And I
very
give you
often.
a
I was confused.
alternate location
Sure.
inside the grove, because where you're talking about is really bad foundation. That was
don't know where the grove is. We never got a good location on it.
somewhere.
Also, Connor, I currently have a heart attack the moment I step in there, so I don't know
Don't
about
go in
that.
there.
You can't give Morgana a portal back home to see her fucking brother and not expect her to go in it, knowing damn well
Well, you
she's
could
gonna
talk
have
to
a
him through
stroke.
it. You could stand on one side, like a video chat. Stand in those big scrying mirrors and talk to him.
Wow.
And then when you get it fixed, you can go and visit him in person.
Dios mío. Well, where is the grove? Show me the map. Show me the grove. Bing.
I gotta find it.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Unarchived belly bush.
He done archived my shit. Kind of looks like a 2.
It was your fort. Right hand, right in the red. Your little lab. Oh god, that was an awful Erlenmeyer flask attempt.
That'd be a good spot for another portal, and we could slowly start.
There's the lab there.
Oh my god, we're gonna take over the planet.
Hey, well, get
You're
a little
goddamn right.
Hey,
Just now realizing that.
Like a demi-plane, just kind of up into the woods.
Say a demi-plane?
Essentially. Like it's not quite the Feywild, and it's not quite the material.
It's a crossing.
Yeah. Safe to say, like you can get there in the forest easily enough. Well, fuck it, let's go look at other continents.
But yeah, no.
I will eventually put one on Atadia once we start cleaning up cancer.
Fuck it, you want to go to the World Tree place and just take a couple branches? Just
Norvin, you should have realized that was the ultimate progression around the time those Duergar died.
Yeah.
Okay, when you met Zunkiri, yeah. When you didn't decide to kill him on sight, you let it happen.
I did decide to kill him on sight. I failed. Remember?
I do.
And now Andariel is actively helping the Necromancer take over the world.
How did I get here? Bad roll.
What the fuck happened?
Aren't I such a good influence?
Yes.
Alright, that's what I got so far.
Alright. Probably it's somewhere on Jirketh?
Yes.
Yes, that's...
No,
Silver State
Tristan
doesn't want one.
doesn't want anything there.
I know
Silver's
it
like,
doesn't-
keep your shit off my fucking islands.
And I know he said around his home. I was just talking about the island or the continent in general.
I mean, the only place we've been on that continent is his home. We haven't visited anywhere else. We could always visit somewhere else later
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and drop one in. This is, I mean,
God, post-campaign
once
honeymoon
we
when you
take
guys...
over the planet, I mean, I'm gonna have unlimited resources to open these things up wherever the fuck I want.
Just a little honeymoon, going around, finding... Oh, you know, I'd love my Portal of Total Domination here.
People are gonna come visit our planet, and people are gonna be living. Fort Nix is gonna go floating through the sky. Visitors are gonna be like, "What the fuck's that?" Oh, that's our evil overlords.
Yeah, you want to see their Oblivion
Oh.
Gates? Huh?
The what?
You know, for being evil, they're actually not that bad of people.
They have good
They
They
don't
mostly leave us alone.
that much.
I vote that in our super prison that we have a single room that is just one portal in the floor and one in the roof.
Hold
Now
on.
you're thinking with portals.
I just realized what we need to do is after we get this done, we float Fort Nix all the way up until it's just satelliting around the planet, and we create our own Injustice League.
Hell yeah.
Well, we finally got our evil campaign.
How does it feel, Connor?
Connor.
Now, in Connor's defense,
Had to go make a
Connor
drink.
was the one who in my campaign was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this to live.
That was your first major DMing. So we were kind of dickheads for almost all being evil characters.
If only somebody pointed that out in character creation.
What I said.
Hold on, guess what? Guess what? Kagaz was the funnest character ever, and you can't deny
He was a good boy.
cannot deny that his level of evil was the funniest shit you've ever seen.
It was, because he, like... If there were people, like the last town that you guys were near, where he was like, hey, if you guys are nice to me, and you basically do what I say, I'm gonna make sure shit doesn't fuck you up, because shit's been fucking you up, and they were like, oh, thank God! The town
I like to stand by the fact that Ned wasn't that evil.
Yeah.
Shane, I could tell you that Cogass wasn't that funny or good of a character, but I couldn't do it with a straight face.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so moving the fort, and then Zyrteth to Fort Nix, Minas to Zyrteth, Zyrteth to Ather's Tower, and Zyrteth to Grove. What's the final price? How many souls we gotta sacrifice?
20,
Looks like 4 souls,
35, and we'll do no 10, 45 soul coins.
All right. Slap down 45 soul coins.
Save me! As they get turned into raw magical power. Yep.
And I'm gonna move the castle in a way to where I get good morning sun, but good evening shade.
You rotate. I love this. You use your Shadow Archaeomancy to move the place, and you use your Stone Archaeomancy to shift the landscape so that you have the most ideal bedroom position.
Goddamn right.
Did you guys ever read that story about that boat captain in the porthole?
Yes, I have, and that's where I just got the fucking idea from.
So, there were 5 large crystal mirror-like surfaces in Zyrteth Cave that you could use to scry. Or if you broke one, you could turn into a scrying material like an orb. Those portals you have turned into your gates. They can be one-way or two-way, set by your common console that I'm throwing in for setting up so many portals. You can have them go one-way and just spit you out at the location, or two-way, spit you out and then remain open for a set amount of time or indefinitely until shut off at the main console. Essentially, kind of like those Doctor Strange doors where they turn the dial and change the place. You kind of have that. Would you like to assign Yexum and or Vaflin to start restoring the Dwarven Fort? Because it is ruins at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also don't we have like robots that can help with that shit too?
I mean, they can do some. They can do the manual labor, but you'll need like an intelligent person there to like make decisions and give them stuff to do. So
Delver literally, or well, almost fully built them.
Well, I'm saying
and
Yexum is...
Connor, did you ever give my shield guardian its buff for bodying that angel?
No, I think if I'm gonna be fair, I have to do that after I give Zonkiri stats for his staff.
Okay.
Connor,
That's
can
fair.
I get my totem?
Hold on.
Get in line.
Hold on. Hold on. Because I know DMs hate this spell. I think we know who we should put in charge of fixing up the fort.
Oh God.
Oh Lord.
Said you needed somebody intelligent.
I was referring to Yexum, the guy already managing your property.
Gotta send the realest motherfucker you know.
Me.
Man, bust out the spirit bell. Ding ding ding.
You want to drop the 1,500 gold to get... Oh my god, it literally just takes snow and like stuff. Fuck this spell, man. There's no way I can be like you just literally have to find like a fancy ruby, and that's it. Like you.
Oh, I have like 45,000 gold or 450,000, 4,500. Jesus Christ.
3 simulacrums worth of rubies.
That I've been stockpiling.
Amazing, phenomenal, actually. I'm not even gonna try and come up with some way that you can't get ice, because you can. You're literally surrounded by it in the Dwarven Fort.
Morgana's gonna make snow angels while he does this.
I like to imagine you make a snow angel like, that makes a great mold for a simulacrum. Thank you, Morgana. Got the idea of Zunkiri laying in the snow going, well, this is how I'm going to measure how big I need to make it. And Morgana looking at him like, oh, laying in the snow, and then doing her snow angels as Zunkiri is just like, alright, so that's about how tall I need to make it, and sculpting the body near her. She's snow angel. Whee!
Yeah, that way Connor doesn't have to worry about that popping up.
So, how should Yexum respond to the simulacrum? It's subservient, or
Work together.
He looks between his simulacrum, Kanish, and Yexum. All right, you're in charge of you. You're in charge of you, and you're in charge of you.
the mirror on the wall says, why are they all in charge of me?
But yeah, he'll set it up to where the simulacrum is taking orders from Kanish, so that Zunkiri can basically have, just a relay there.
So the homunculus gives orders to the simulacrum.
And Yexum is to treat the simulacrum as though it were
And
Zunkiri.
the simulacrum gives orders to Yexum. And you give
Yes.
orders through the homunculus down the chain.
Yes.
Hey, caramba! I need to put something strong in this drink. If only I didn't have work in the morning. Okay. Yexum will, Yexum definitely looks a little, disheartened that he definitely looks like he thought, I'm a shoo-in for this promotion. Like, I have run Fort Nix spectacularly. Surely he'll upgrade me to taking care of his fort for him. And you're like, hey, here's my AI rendering of myself.
Oh, no. Misunderstanding there. The Yexum is still in charge of everything. Because remember, even as a simulacrum, Zunkiri doesn't give a shit about running shit.
You're right.
That is just there to make sure that Yexum knows what Zunkiri wants, basically.
Oh, cool.
So that he doesn't have to continuously bother Zunkiri with how to fix the fort.
Hey, boss, do you want blue or green? Green.
Alright.
Yes. And then, if anything majorly magical needs to be done, using Control Earth or something or move Earth to, redo the foundation of something, Simulacrum's there to provide the manpower.
Cool.
Make sense?
Yes. Yexum is instead very thrilled then. And begins getting a hard hat that will fit his horns. And is going to start surveying the place and start his rehabbing. As you all move, he goes down the hallway and goes, does anyone see Voffman's room?
Where'd the door go? We're supposed to knock.
And now there's just an empty room where he used to be.
That is unfortunate. Must have gotten left behind.
Did we go collect him?
What did I miss?
Well, I mean, if the door is stationary, I don't know how we could collect the door.
Rothlin's room vanished. We left him when we moved the fort.
Oops.
Surprisingly, he didn't expect the whole fort to suddenly move. He's like, it's been here for forever. I'm sure I can make a permanent portal. And then as soon as he does, he's like, where the fuck did it go?
Maybe he should have learned about what happened, or how it ended up for the last person who made unrequested modifications to our fort.
And Daryl will go and leave will go. She can fly. Just find the door, knock on it, wait for him to answer.
Remember to knock!
Doom, doom, doom. You knock the enchantment lights. Vofflin comes, the locks, he speaks the incantation and they unlock from the other side. It swings out it swings in towards him and he starts to take a,
Oh yes, come outside, talk with me, please.
Now, you're hovering, I imagine you're just standing on the air.
Yeah.
So he takes a step and then immediately sees that there's no purchase and starts to tip forward.
All right, somebody play the goofy yell.
Yahoo! Featherfall.
Wilhelm yell.
Do the Crash Bandicoot. Woo!
I don't know the goofy yell. But
His shoes bounce
Is
up
he
in
able
the,
to
in the
catch
frame.
himself?
he'd cast Featherfall as he's falling.
And she'll just match falling speed with him. So we moved the keep.
You don't say.
We're that way. She's gonna point in the general direction. Strong advice is to move your door and make it less permanent in its location and more permanent in the door frame this time.
You're gonna have
We're
fucking
that way again.
Zonkiri's moving fort now? I feel like that's copyright infringement.
It's Fort Nix. And she just floats, it flies away.
You guys got me my ham-fisted reference.
And she's gonna just leave him falling. She's not gonna help him at all. Because she doesn't like him.
He continues to Featherfall, like, descend towards the ground until he touches down. Ah, fuck, how am I gonna get up there?
Does he not know how to fly?
Well, he has to manage to do a ritual to move the thing. So he's like, oh, fuck, am I gonna... He's just sizing up his project at the moment. He's like, this is incredibly inconvenient. Eventually, Bossman will open up another door. Do you guys want it to be in Fort Nix, or do you want him to have to tie it to the hub?
That's up to Zankiri.
And luckily, Zunkiri is controlled by me, so it's up to the party.
Well,
Which translates to, I really don't give a fuck.
Let me put it this way. Would you rather have access to your guys' residential district, or the possibility to go to any portal you all make?
Residential district.
Okay.
The most threatening things that we have to anything that goes through that
Yeah.
portal is in our houses. So
Well, no, it's not. It's not just that. If something, if the Dilneaterness starts leaking through that door, I'd rather it fuck something else up.
Oh my god. Hey, boss. We've got these random spots of astray energy coming up all over. We don't know what's happening. Ah, fuck. God damn it, Vassal. I told you to fix the seal on your door.
I think that would be when we just remove the door and he's just lost asset.
I like the idea of Zonkiri taking the door, carrying it all the way to Dilneater, shoving it right to the entrance of his tower, and just trapping him in an infinite portal loop in his house.
I'm back in the fucking building again!
Since you want to act like a silly goose, get in. Anything else before we wrap up?
I think that's
I would-
right.
I'd like to level up to 13, Connor.
Tough titties, then. Liv?
Level 14.
Hey, I wanna
Level
see if I
14.
wanna see if I can
Wow,
find
even worse.
some word from my friend Mavon.
But
Where that bitch at?
It's gonna be 200 gold pieces to use one of these scrying, or one of the sending services in town. But
Oh yeah, I absolutely have that.
actually, hang on. Never mind. You have a cleric.
Yeah, we have a cleric and we have an entire room full of scrying things now.
Crystals.
Where's that bitch at?
Do you have anything of hers?
Oh, you didn't keep anything.
You know,
She didn't really have like
monks
personal.
notorious for having earthly possessions.
Yeah.
Take her fucking hair if you have to.
Yes, because that was what I was thinking about grabbing on the way out.
Also, monks notorious for not having shaved heads.
Yeah.
And rip off her fucking earlobe. I don't know. You want to track this bitch? You better get the resources.
I mean, we were close for a while. In the way
So-
that unemotional people are close.
Do you have a picture of her? Let me walk down the connection part.
Probably not.
Do you have a body part of hers? A lock of hair, bit of nail?
No.
Do you have a possession or garment of hers?
No.
You are familiar with her, so she has a -5 to the save.
I'm familiar with her.
It's the caster.
No, save.
No, I mean the caster has to be familiar, so she's getting somebody else to do it.
She's using the scrying mirrors.
Okay.
So
Yay!
I'm assuming at least she's going up to the big tall shit. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Where's my fucking
Where the
friend?
fuck is my friend?
And they reach out across the ley lines looking for some sort of psychic connection. Let me see. Yeah, she fails. You see her
Thank God.
sitting in what looks to be like a camp. You can only see her immediate surroundings at first. Would you like to try and expand your view using this mirror?
Yes.
You place your hands on it, try and
please.
focus on it, and the terrain lightens up just a little bit more as you see that she's in some sort of encampment. She doesn't look to be in chains. She doesn't look to be a prisoner. You think she might be trying to help out on the war? Seemingly, from what you can tell on the scry, it looks like she appeared, saw the war, and decided to lend a hand.
Soldier goes back to soldiering when she sees people in need. Shocker.
Exactly.
Which side?
Give me a perception check.
I would like to, yes. 24.
You see a lot of red banners. You know that Moonwatch's colors are...
Red.
They're not red.
I
Moonwatch's
looks
are...
red.
Or
Let me move
blue.
you back to the world map real quick. I think that'll... Or the continent map.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Well, I
a Grey
figured-
Witch.
Oh, no.
So, the planet
I'm
you all
gonna
are
have to
from, Liv, is the way it is from some ancient mages dicking around with things they shouldn't have been able to. Okay, Amantic mages at that.
Okay, I can see why she sided with the people that she did.
I can't wait to beat your friend to near death.
No, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna get her and I'm gonna be like, hey, I get where you're coming from. I'm getting her out. I'm gonna bring her over here and I'm gonna be like, listen, they don't need help. We are trying to actively cripple their operation. This is why they are bad.
This ain't
Just-
about good or bad. This is about profit.
I love that Katira's going to say, they're the bad guys, and just out of screen is going to be your guys' map painted, the plan for world domination.
Just
Weirdo
ignore that.
tradition.
Don't look over there.
Are you sure you're the
I'm not involved in that.
Not involved yet.
I'm just here. Well, I'm not affiliated with the plan for world domination.
Sankira comes out in a commissar's hat. Oh.
Welcome to the bad guys.
See, this is why I hesitate to join you, Katira.
Oh, we the baddies? Yes, we are.
We've always been the baddies. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be working towards that in the future.
I do have one suggestion.
Call ears.
You've broken my humor, Shane. I just pictured a guy with no ear.
What is...
Oh my god.
No, I don't think we're gonna do that. No.
Katira, I'm not evil. Not yet. Down in one.
No. Nah, I don't think we're gonna do that.
Permanent fire resistance, though.
He just turns you into a tiefling.
No, I feel like that would fuck with a lot of shit I already have going on in my already race changed body.
Oh no, I meant the
Meant your friend.
Yeah, your friend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's changed too. I don't think any of us started as Shadar Kai.
Okay.
It's definitely odd when some people who don't feel emotion end up conceiving a child and then birth them to be Shadar Kai, and it's like,
That's not supposed to happen.
what happened here, y'all? Like, how is this happening? First of all, where are you finding the time and the privacy? Second of all, where are you finding the drive? Third of all, like,
I
Why?
just got back. What happened?
We're talking about fucking.
speaking of babies, Zonkiri, is there anything else I need to know about the egg right now? Or your plan for it, or what you're doing with it?
Zonkiri's just tending to it for a bit till it recovers enough that he gets it out of the danger zone.
I gotcha. Zonkiri, the not Savage, what's it called? The egg keepers. I forget their title.
I just realized something.
Is it Savage?
Yeah, or that's the head one, or that's the head of the crash.
Who's the egg keeper? There was a title. Was it just Varsh?
Isn't that where Varshi gets her name?
I know Varsh means teacher.
Varsh means caretaker or something
Oh yeah,
like
it's
that.
definitely Varsh. Well, I know Zankiri's name is really funny now.
What?
What comes right after the Zon part?
Zanvarshkiri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Means keeper of the, or it means caretaker of the unwanted.
which I find is funny because he describes himself as a Gish, but his name isn't Zon Gishkiri. Zon Varshkiri. I don't know, just little interesting things I think about.
Oh.
Yes, Zonkiri definitely thinks like, keeper of the unwanted. He has the undead and the souls and this and that. Like, I don't know. My headcanon is if he really only cared about himself, he would be Zon Gishkiri.
Oh, okay, no.
No, it's Varsh. Varsh is the crush keep is the egg keep.
Have you you've been like toned out the last like 2 minutes of conversation? We got that part.
Googling.
Thank you, Shane. Like, the delay on that was crazy.
I've been Googling.
He's playing on that dial-up.
Yeah.
No,
Zonkiri, you were explaining this.
Good thing she's cute.
He took that from the undead spirits and the fucking the sword spirits and the undead mages that roam Githyanki crushes.
Yes, he took their spirits and bent them to his own will. So he took
No, they're the ones who taught him how to do magic and fight.
Right,
because
right.
because the normal Varshes wouldn't. So he took the name, he took Varsh as part of it. One, in honor of those necromantic spirits who taught him, and two, as a slight against the ones who wouldn't teach him.
Same point I wanted to make then. If Zonkiri was truly only cared about himself, I don't think he would have chosen Varsh as a name that means caretaker. I knowing that gift names are their identity, I like to imagine that the Varsh part, both literally being hidden from most names, people aren't scared of Zon Varshkiri, they're scared of Zonkiri. I like the context or subtext with he has a caring side. It's not one that most see, but
it's only for Varshi.
Yeah, I think that's interesting, especially with him having the egg now. He took it out of spite, and he's accidentally full circling around to a Varsh.
I mean, you're free to think that.
I mean, I just enjoy This is how I enjoy fictional characters. But like, you can very well have like different intentions or thoughts behind it. But I just enjoy like, that's interesting. Like I said, it was just a little headcanon. I know I write the canon, but like, I can have headcanons too.
Anyway,
I believe there's a caring side to Zonkiri, whether you believe it or not.
single other person, raise your hand here.
Hey, Connor, get my totem now.
Nah, fuck
What?
you.
What did you say?
My
That kind of-
14th
I
level
think-
feature is.
Oh, fuck, I forgot.
non-existent. Yeah. What the fuck do you think I'm talking about?
Oh, look at the time. I gotta go to bed for work tomorrow. So see ya.